No portion of this program may be reproduced without the express written permission of WQAM Broadcasting Incorporated.
Howard Davis song.
The biggest names, the best talent. You're listening to Sports Radio 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
The Squeakmeister was on this morning? Good God.
WQAM presents The Neil Rogers Show. To talk to Neil, dial 567-0560 in Dade and Broward. In other counties, call toll-free 877-785-NEIL or pound 560 on your AT&T and Verizon wireless phones. The opinions expressed by Neil, his guests, or his callers do not represent those of WQAM management, staff, or sponsors. Now, The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM.
I like naked guys.
Coming at you for the last time.
For the final edition of the Jack Show. Let me hear that applause. Well, that ain't no applause. I need some adulation. Yeah. Give it to my homie. I mean, Paul. I've been through, Paul. Give it up for me now. Right now. Oh, yeah. Thank you, everybody. What a crowd. Yeah. How about that? Ho-ho. I'd like to welcome this big again, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up now for Joe Bell. Jax, I just want to tell you what a great show you got here. I'd like to personally extend a Laurel and hearty congratulations for a job well done. Well, thank you, Joe. Yes, Jax, we think very highly of you here. Yeah, but I'm afraid we're going to have to let you go. Huh? Why? Well, corporate feels you're not sportsy enough to maintain a coveted 0 rating. What do you mean? That's all I talk about is sports. Football, baseball, heat and hoops and heat, not to mention the real attention grabber, golf. Oh, yes, very true. But you left out knuckle bending. Yeah, but Joe, this screws up all my arrangements. Can you get me off the hook for old time's sake? Can't do it, Jaxie. Ho-ho!
Bye-bye. Well, anyway, it's 10:01. We had Gildy squeaking along this morning. Joe Rose will be back tomorrow, I see, on the schedule. Mm-hmm. Thank God. And then tomorrow at 2, we got Curtis and Danny Cannell. This is a patchwork purple. This is just a patchwork week. And then, of course, next week starts that new schedule on Tuesday. George is trying to get off on Monday, Labor Day.
That's right.
Well, who are you going to talk to about that? Clarence?
My department head, yes.
Your department head?
Mm-hmm.
Good God. The two-headed monster?
He's got 2, does he?
Oh, yeah, he's got 2 heads. Anyway, so how about that Bubba last night? He was great.
I watched it.
He's a hell of a speaker. Always was, always will be, although he's, And what an ovation he got. Weren't you impressed by that?
Yeah. That's exactly what I expected, too. Shut up and sit down already.
Compared to what we had the last 8 years.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody with half a brain says, boy, he sure is looking pretty good in retrospect.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to what we got now. Although I noticed that and of course the networks, if there's anything that we need on MSNBC and CNN, is a lot more analysts. Oh my God.
Well, they got a lot of time to fill.
They just they've got on CNN, they've got 16 different panels, each with about 5 different goofballs on there, which we've seen them all a million times. And MSNBC is doing the best to emulate them. And so we can't be bothered seeing Kerry's speech or Kucinich's speech. There were a whole lot of pretty damn good speeches I read about, which we didn't see anywhere because, they were too busy pontificating and analyzing. All the analyzing all the time. Don't you love that when it's like when we have the debates, and then the networks spend an hour and a half after the debates telling us what we just saw. In other words, you people are stupid. You don't understand what you just saw. So we're going to sit here and analyze it for you. God. And then, of course, the Biden, I thought, was a little on the weak side, his speech. Little weak. He kind of bumbled and fumbled and stumbled and mumbled. But he was, And then, of course, the piece of resistance there at the end when Obama made his surprise entrance, which you didn't even see because you were...
I was eating pie.
Well, you eating pie. Oh, God. I have a real great line for that, but
I'm
not going to use it.
Come on, what is it? It was good.
Not going to use it. You ought to be eating some humble pie is what you ought to eat.
Oh, yeah?
Some humble pie. Remember when you used to mumble?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe George used to eat mumble pie.
That was it.
So we had Geldy on this morning and this afternoon starting at 2 right after us. I guess we're just the, as usual, troublemakers here.
Yeah.
Because we aren't part of this incredible wall of football that we have here today on WQAM. Starting at 2, it's the QAM football extravaganza. It's a wall of football, y'all. We got the Big O.
Rock solid.
And Danny Cannell and the Beast and Curtis and Don Bailey Jr. and Jesse Agler and just a whole bunch of goofballs. From 2 to 6:30, 4.5 hours of pontificating about 2 silly games. The Canes are playing a girls' team, and the Dolphins are playing another exhibitionist game that don't count for nothing. Who are they playing?
The Dolphins are playing
the Saints.
New Orleans, I believe.
Oh, when the Saints come marching in, I noticed that this last storm here, what's it called? Is it Faye?
I don't know. Bruce.
Faye, Gustavo.
No, Gustavo, whatever the hell it is. That's headed right toward New Orleans again. I think that the Lord is really pissed off. He didn't do enough damage with Katrina. He's going to go in there and just blow that thing right off the map. And he's really pissed off about that Ray Nagin head. What a heck of a job, Ray. So anyway, we got that for 4.5 hours, and then we got Countdown to Kickoff on QM at 6:30, Hurricanes Game Day on Kiss Country, and then at 7:30 we got the Hurricanes game against Charleston Southern. That's on Kiss 99.9 FM. 8 o'clock we got the Dolphins and the Saints on QAM. And then we got the Finns final on QM at 11 o'clock. We got 600 hours of football. We got Joe Bell's wall of football, y'all. I'm just worrying about whether those phones are working or not. How were the calls yesterday?
They were adequate until about 1 o'clock. Then it was like pulling teeth.
What do you mean adequate? What does that mean, Chris?
There were some. That was what adequate means.
Real callers?
Yeah.
I didn't have any of those on Tuesday. They must have all been waiting for you to come back.
That must have been it. Or they were just
George will be on tomorrow,
displaced.
and he'll also be on Monday on Labor Day, even though he thinks he's going to get the day off. You're dreaming.
I'm going to try.
Haven't they got some programming they can put on? I love when you say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they can put on ESPN radio. We can get a
there you go
for the 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. It's Labor Day.
You're going to blow our bonus money right down. You'll
be
the
Labor Day.
Again.
Hey, if you really cared, you'd do that show on Labor Day.
I don't care. I don't work Monday in the summertime. Okay.
I know.
And if it was on Tuesday, I wouldn't do it either. That's right. I'm old and doddering.
No problem
and
there.
I got a lot of tourists, baby. I work for a fat-ass fool. God, what a fool. But we'll get to that momentarily. Here's George's poll from yesterday. What's your take on Hillary's speech last night, meaning Tuesday night?
Correct.
I thought she done good. I thought she did pretty good. Better than I expected. I mean, not that I'm any big fan of hers, but nevertheless, or even any small fan of hers.
I couldn't hear her over her dress or pantsuit.
That screaming orange
that
pantsuit?
Bright, flaming orange? Yeah, it was neon.
Flaming!
What's your take on Swillery's speech? It was great, 101. She said what she had to say, 90. I'm not watching the convention, 88. I didn't see it, 83. Well, what's wrong with you people? What were you watching, for crying out loud? Panamanian Idol? Whatever, 24. Whatever. It sucked, 15. She failed to unite the party, 15. And Hillary who, 8. Oh, some of the choices you put on these polls, my God. And you only had 424 votes.
Yeah, I know.
You know what?
Yeah, I know.
It's weak.
Yeah, whatever you say.
When you agree, Chris, you're the poll master.
It's not bad for 4 hours.
What do you mean 4 hours? I didn't change it at 2 o'clock. I wasn't even here.
It was changed.
I was out
by
having me
2:30.
some lunch. What?
It was changed by 2:30.
2:30 I changed it.
Well, it went up there literally just before 10. So.
Yeah.
So you're trying to defend 424 votes on the poll. Let's take a look and see what we got on the one today. 569 already.
Yeah. It went on it.
Like I said, 571.
But you don't care.
I don't. I really don't.
Okay.
But it aggravates you when I pretend that I do, so that makes it worth the
Not
price
anymore.
of admission.
Now that you admitted that you're just trying to gaslight me.
Oh, no, I care a lot. This is what I come in for every Tuesday and Thursday in the summertime.
Based on it.
And Monday through Friday starting on Tuesday, September 8th.
Ooh, can't wait.
Well, that week, Tuesday through Friday. What?
For you to start earning that paycheck.
You mind your own nose business about my paycheck, okay, mister?
Slacker.
In fact, you know something? I think this month you ought to send that big check to Chicken Neck.
Oh, yeah.
Keep him alive.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Since you got your nose buried deep into my paycheck and my
will
that's right.
and my
that's everything.
Right. Just keep making stuff up.
Well, it kills 4 hours.
Yeah, got to do it somehow.
Here's the current poll. What's your take on the callers on Neil's show? 572 votes. The all-time worst, 149. That was my vote also, the all-time worst. They're okay, 135. Who the hell do you think said they're okay? They're funny as hell, 117. Joe Bell is the Antichrist, 104. Now, see, when you put a great creative choice on like that on a poll, then you get a response. 104 people rightfully said Joe Bell is the Antichrist. No more calls, 67. That's 572. By the way, you owe an apology to Norma Kant.
Who, me?
Yeah. Because on Tuesday you made some grotesque, ass-ripping comments about Norma.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Norma.
You fairy.
And come to find out when I called him that he had been ill and he had like shingles and whatever shingles is.
So?
Isn't that like itching? And all related to that fall he took from that hammock? Remember that?
Oh, gee, let me get a tissue.
Yeah, well, wipe your
rectum.
Anyway, you owe him an apology.
For what?
And then come to find out after I screamed and hollered on the phone for a half an hour, he talked to Jolly Joe Bell, fat ass, yesterday for a half hour, allegedly, and tomorrow we're getting a report as to what they're doing about the chronic callers, 3 or 4 in particular.
I'll hold my breath.
We're getting a documented report from Joe Bell and Joyce and the Beasleys, etc. So how do you like that? See, you owe Norman an apology. He's really getting her done.
I will not give it to you.
I will not give it. I guess I was the one that said he was incompetent and a fool.
Yeah.
So you owe him an apology.
I will not give it to you.
WQAM, hello. That was Joe. No doubt about it.
From the conference room.
Yeah. Well, they you do understand, or maybe you don't realize this. Jolly Joe and the 3 misfits, Marone and Prozac Roan and that sweaty hog, they're down there in the conference room with Jolly Joe.
That's right. No wonder they have so many lines. They're using the
That's right.
phones.
They got their own battery of phones that they had installed down there, and they sit there cranking the show for 4 hours every day. Because if there's one thing that Jolly Joe is hell-bent on doing, along with Joyce, it's to destroy this show and destroy my career and destroy our state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? The checks keep coming and they keep clearing. So that's all we care about right now. And maybe we'll take a whole bunch of calls today and maybe not. And the poll result is kind of like a wishy-washy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you deduce anything from that poll result?
A lot of people have bad taste, or they like hearing crazy people all day.
Or maybe the crazy people voted a whole bunch of times.
Biggest names.
They got nothing else to do.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Neil Rogers, God.
Thank you so much. Well, let's face it, nobody thought a 46-year-old black guy named Barack Obama was going to be the Democratic nominee. I am extraordinarily honored that some of you will support me.
He's a black man from Chicago.
If we just have the courage to change.
His wife can't seem to shut him out.
For the first time, I'm really proud of my country.
We had a reverend that's a wacko.
Rock knows what it means.
Good luck getting white folks from the South.
The son of black and white parents felt he had to confront this age-old issue.
Investing in the health, welfare, and education of black and brown and white children will ultimately help all of America prosper.
Then there's the old white wartime hero.
I am 200 years old.
He's the biggest corporate whore.
John McCain understands the dependence upon oil.
But that all adds up to zero.
And I haven't the slightest doubt about it.
If we're constantly at war.
These are dangerous times. We're in 2 wars.
It's McCain or Obama.
Okay, sweetness, so let's make a decision.
What the hell are we to do?
What am I going to do?
What am I going to do?
The media spins all the drama.
The drama is far from over.
But at least George W. will be through.
What do you think of me?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
the name George W. Bush will not be on the ballot. And that's got you excited.
Well, thank God for that. Can you imagine 4 more years? Well, that would be McCain, another 4 years of this. And then if they can keep enough oxygen going, maybe 8 more years of that. Tomorrow's his 198th birthday, and tomorrow's the day that he's supposedly going to announce his running mate. I got a couple of stories about that, about Jew Lieberman. You knocking Jew Lieberman, man?
Yes.
Good. Don't ever stop. 594 votes on the poll. What are we shooting for today, about 600?
Oh, let's go for 650.
QAM football extravaganza. The one good thing today, this Thursday, and we have a restaurant deal.
Yes.
We have the field today.
Right, a spectacular place.
It's going to be a field day.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, for George, every day is a field day.
A field day?
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Just the television, the best way to see this thing is to watch it on C-SPAN and just avoid all the annoying babbling from these other commentators. It's a great way. You see a lot of these things that aren't televised. Like yesterday, they had this lady chopper pilot, I think it's Tammy Duckworth, who was shot down. She lost both her legs. And she went through everything that McCain voted against for veterans' benefits. And that was pretty powerful. Listening to this lady talk, she just came back from Iraq. As a veteran who's not getting the benefits that's needed. And also, what's ironic is they had Kerry on, and I guess you probably saw that, but he was talking about, and they called him a big flip-flopper. The irony is that, McCain's the biggest flip-flopper ever, and then they tore against his Vietnam record, Kerry, and you look back and all that was a bunch of lies. But then here's McCain talking about he's a war hero when all the records show he was never tortured, and he made all these videos, propaganda for the Vietnamese while he was, held, and you don't see them tearing him down,
Yeah. Well, the media is what it is. Never going to change.
Well, hopefully everybody wakes up because we have only one good choice. So, and I think Bill Clinton did a pretty good job last night.
He did an excellent job. He was good.
Yeah, so, that's what we're missing is true leadership, and hopefully that'll change soon.
Okay, vote early and often, man.
See it.
Yeah, I almost actually liked Bubba there for a couple of minutes last night during his speech. I thought he was awesome.
Yep.
Because he is one of the best speakers of our time,
yep.
And he was good. And he knows how to work that audience, man. He knows how to work a crowd. You know what I mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. Then maybe you can explain it to me.
He's got charisma. He's got presence.
He's got it.
He's
That's
slick,
right. He knows how to do it. He knows how to get them all whipped up to a frenzy. In fact, when he got up there on that podium, he couldn't shut that crowd up. They just were going ballistic. They were nuts. And we kept seeing the Swillery there in the crowd with Chelsea. And I kept thinking when I saw Chelsea, my God, there is life on Mars.
She's better than she used to be.
She is a troglodyte. Well, that's because they gussied up her hair a little bit.
They did. They flat-ironed it and put a lot of makeup on her. We
got Amy Carter and Chelsea Clinton, man. I don't know what that's all about.
It's a tooth-off.
2 Southern Yahoo daughters. And Jimmy was on there on MSNBC. He was floating around. You notice they didn't let him speak at the convention?
Yep.
They brought him out on stage the other night, I guess Tuesday night, but they didn't let him speak. They didn't want him to start causing trouble, talking too much truth about the Middle East and what's going on with Israel and the Palestinians and all of this stuff. Because then Jew Lieberman probably would have come running in. He would have had McCain on a leash, but they would have been together. Now, they're saying that it might leak out today, McCain's choice for Veep. Why did we Veep? WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yep.
I don't know what to say about the phone calls, but it's wonderful to have Goldie back. I'm here.
Yeah, that's the sad part. We'll see how long you're going to be there, okay, Hot Shot? Hot Shot with no life. Oh, Brandon is sending me stuff. That's good. Get a whole bunch of stuff ready. Maybe not for today, but all depending. All depending on what we find out tomorrow from Jolly Joe and his private investigator. Ho, ho, ho! I'm working feverishly on this for you, Neil. Ho, ho, ho! Uh-oh. Newport Richey, Florida. Man mad at Obama starts standoff. Now, doesn't that kind of like tickle your curiosity bone a little bit?
It tickled my fancy.
Yeah. Fancy schmancy. Oh, by the way, Passions is off the air. That's what I found out. Of course, I don't have that little dish here. But it's off the air. Isn't that sad?
Mm-hmm.
And the good news is I haven't watched any soap operas, including Guiding Light, in months and months and months. I think in my old age I'm becoming like neuter. Newport Richey, a man who was angered by Michelle Obama's speech at the DNC, was taken into custody after a 6-hour standoff with SWAT team members, Pasco County authorities said. Sheriff's Office spokesman Kevin Dahl, who's a living... legend, said the man whose name was not released will undergo a psychological evaluation. Dahl said Monday night's standoff started after the man ran out of his RV yelling and firing a gun. Oh, that's not unusual in Newport Richey. SWAT team members fired riot gas into the man's home, but Dahl said the man remained inside until about 5 o'clock Tuesday morning. Well, a lot of people get all whipped up and fired off and however that goes. 597 on the poll. We're approaching 600. Sure, a lot more than Georgia got on that horseball poll yesterday. Actually, you should have gotten thousands of votes on that about Solary's speech. I thought she'd done pretty good.
She was all right.
Bubba last night did excellent. Biden, unfortunately, he was okay. And, of course, too much of that hearts and flowers thing, but that's what America, that's what middle America wants to see. They want to see his 400-year-old mom.
That's right.
She was like a walking wrinkle. She is. She's like a walking wrinkle. Did you see her? Did you see Biden's mom?
I did not.
She's at least 600 years old.
Even more wrinkly than Barbara Bush, Sr.?
Oh, 1,000, a million times more wrinkly than her. She's just wrinkled from head to toe. I mean, it's kind of hard to have wrinkles on your toes, but she's got them. And then we got to the schmaltzy part. They all got up there on stage after Obama made his surprise appearance, and he got the crowd all whipped up. And tonight is the big speech. Tonight's the night, man. At Invesco Field, which used to be Mile High Stadium. And leave it to Keith Lieberman to point out that only Obama, being a real jock sniffer that he is, only he'd have the chutzpah to get up there and call it Mile High Stadium, which got everybody in Denver all whipped up. That's the kind of thing that we're really excited about. Is it Invesco Field or is it Mile High Stadium? Anyway, like 80,000 people are going to be there tonight, and he's going to whip that crowd up into a frenzy. I just can't wait to see those debates. Him on the one side, animated, glib, great speaker. Actually has some idea what he's talking about and what planet he's on. And McCain, who's like doddering old fool. That's right. He reminds me a little bit of Admiral Stockwell. Remember him? Where am I? Who am I? Yeah.
That might be in there.
It might be in there. What? No, it's on a cart.
Oh.
Which maybe you got it.
I don't know.
Well, crawl around on the floor and look for it there for a while. You got nothing else going on. You got food coming in today?
Yes, we do. From the field.
From the field.
Some Irish food, I hope.
All right.
The Irish
maybe
are the better.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Maybe.
And fart all over the place and chase Fat Chris out of there. I'd keep the door open after I had my lunch today if I were you and that Fat Chris. Of course, he'll be chowing down on that stuff too. And once he starts farting, can you even begin to imagine?
He'll be holding his own.
Oh, good God. One thing about us fat people, when we fart, people scatter.
That's not the only thing.
What?
Oh, you said scatter.
You talking about me crapping my pants again? Is that it?
Not you.
Oh. How about Fat Chris? He's going to be doing it.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. You'll see when you get little, if you live that long.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good poll question.
That's right.
Fat Chris live long enough to poop his pants?
To become incontinent.
Right. He is a continent. 27 past 10 at 560 WQAM.
Excelente, WQAM,
Let's talk sports. Sports and sports and sports and more sports. With a carousel of different hosts from 2 to 4. At least until we can figure out whatever the hell it is we're going to do to keep the number less than 0. Wait, I've got it. More sports. How much sports do you need to hear? Enough to make you want to blow your brains out. So, let's talk sports. Because zeros are the only things that matter.
Oh! 10:32 at 560 WQAM. It's a great Thursday, man. It's the day that we unveil our wall of football. Are you ready for some smash mouth football?
You bet.
All right. Some smash mouth.
Yes.
I will say this. Tom Brady hasn't played any of the preseason games for the Patriots, which they lost all 3 games. And Chris is making a big timus about that. He didn't play. He had that, it's sore, his foot. And you know what you do when it's sore?
No. What?
You kiss it.
Oh, jeez.
And his foot, too. I can see Fat Chris kissing Tom Brady's feet.
Never.
Oh, sure.
Never.
Unwashed.
Never.
Kissing each and every toe.
That would be you.
Playing toesy.
Old man.
What?
Huh?
612 votes on your award-winning poll. It's a damn good one, too, if you ask me.
613.
Only the result is, it's all over the place. And, of course, we can't pass judgment on the calls today because right now there aren't any. How do you like that? 567-0560 and pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless line. There's not a call on the board. What kind of a kettle of fish do you call that?
A rotten?
Talk about a guy that's got too much money. David Best, whoever he is, decided to throw a party for his dog named Elvis in New York. He decided to make it a bark mitzvah and had guests like Dr. Ruth show up at Sammy's Romanian restaurant in Manhattan, paid $10,000 for a bark mitzvah for his dog. What does that tell you? Too much money. Mm-hmm. That $10,000 would have fed Chicken Neck for at least a couple of weeks. You sending him some money now?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to send that check out. I can't afford it. I got to pay taxes. I got all kinds of stuff going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
WQAM, hello.
You're my friend. You're my buddy.
Fake.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're my friend.
Fake.
No, I'm real.
No, you're Israel?
Yeah,
Fake.
I'm real. I'm at my
Fake.
doctor.
Bad. You're a doctor?
Yeah. Hi, Daron. Hi.
Fake.
No, I'm real. I'm real.
No,
Fake.
That's him.
No, it's
me.
not.
It is me. I take Prozac.
Yeah, fake.
I'm real.
Fake.
Daron, hi. I know Daron's working for his brother.
Where is he? He's working on his brother?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a cold. That's why I sound like this.
Yeah, likely story.
Yeah, but you're my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You want to come to my birthday party?
Fake.
No, I'm real. My birthday was Saturday.
Fake.
No, I'm real.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
This guy's a witch doctor if he's anything.
Mm-hmm.
I love trees, and I love you and George.
Moron.
I wish you guys the best and everything.
Moron. No, you don't. No, you don't, because if you wished us the best, you wouldn't make these stupid calls every day.
I'm sorry. I won't do it no more, Neil.
I love trees. Well, what is that?
I don't know. I like trees. You know, they give us oxygen.
Well, you know what? Go find a good one and climb up and sit in it the rest of your life,
your
okay? Make a tree house. I love trees. The I love trees guy, the quarter schlock guy, and the audience says, oh, yeah, either they're okay, the calls, or they're funny as hell. How can they be funny as hell when you got the same 6 people saying the same crap day after day after day? Do you find anything amusing about that?
Nope.
And that was not the Prozac Ron, by the way.
No, that was
Was not.
Yeah,
It was what?
I'm trying to remember which ones we have. Yeah, that was a Prozac Ron.
Let me say it again. No, it was not. Don't you think I know the voice by now after all these months of aggravation?
I talk to him 50 times a day, so.
Off the air, no doubt.
Correct, thankfully.
After the show?
Never.
So you're in on this too, huh?
They hang out.
Never.
This is how Fat Chris makes a little extra money on the side. He coordinates. He's the pivot man for the conference room. They're all sitting down there together. Joe Bell is they're all holding hands, you know. They're all singing Kumbaya. 616 on the poll. What's your take on the callers on this show? They're the all-time worst, 157. They're okay, 146. They're funny as hell, 129. Joe Bell is the Antichrist, 114. There's no doubt about that. And no more calls, only 70 out of 616 vote. WQAM, hello.
You're my friend.
QAM, hello.
I think they could use Geldy in replacement of when you go out of town, because I need to get more Geldy. It's not enough Geldy on that station.
Yeah. Yeah, call another 200-300 times today and say the same thing. That was the first caller again, with the Geldy business. Probably from across the street. Although it's interesting that when he left here the first time that they picked him up across the street, because anybody who ever worked on either station is certainly bad enough that they're going to wind up on both stations. We had jerks over there, then we brought him. He'll probably wind up back over there again. I'm surprised that he hasn't surfaced on there yet. And what was Geldy talking about? Neil's playing Howard David music songs? What was he talking about? What was he squeaking about at the end of that show?
I'm pretty sure he meant bits.
Howard David songs?
Yes. Coming up next. So you going to play one or what?
Yeah, here you go. Here's one. WQAM, hello.
The call sucked.
QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Okay.
Thank God for Tuesday and Thursdays. Love George, too. But anyhow, I think the Biden pick was a good thing. If Obama gets in there and does a good job for 4 years, makes it for his second term, I think possibly Biden looks pretty presidential himself, and maybe he'll
Biden
make it,
is 65 years old.
I'm sorry?
Joe Biden is 65 years old. In 8 years, he'll be 73, even older than McCain is now.
I understand, but he doesn't have cancer, and he wasn't, so-called tortured, or maybe, he'll hang around. And I'm just saying the team looks good. And I'll tell you another thing, the convention, I think it was, most of those things are damn boring, and I really never spent time watching them. But I thought Hillary did a damn good job talking. I thought Bubba did a job, and Biden was a little boring when he started out, but he seemed to pull it together, and Michelle Obama did good, and, hopefully the rest of the country will wake up and figure it out. But anyway, I'm out of material.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully the rest of the country will wake up and figure it out, right. Wake up and sniff the daffodils, okay? My God, if the Democrats find a way to blow this one, it's got to be, it's just almost impossible. Almost impossible after 8 years of this lunacy, of this destruction of the middle class, as your friend Lou Dobbs would be screaming and foaming at the mouth about. Ever notice when he starts foaming at the mouth?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That's Gillette Foamy. During the breaks, they come out and smear Gillette Foamy on his lips. Oh, there's Swillery.
So that it can stick if it continues to be the narrative. And
that's what we need is a lot more pontificators, baby, a lot more analysts. I'm telling you, man, between CNN and, of course, I won't turn on Fox because my TV is programmed not to put that on.
Good.
But I'm sure they're doing the same thing. God forbid we should see the speeches by important people or by even semi-important people, because it's so much more important that we hear what John King has to say and what Wolf Blitzkrieg has to drone on about. Oh, he is so pedantic, man. He is so pathetic. Pathetic. Oh, here we go. They're on CNN right now. Roland Martin, he's another perpetual... These guys all got to be getting paid by the word, and especially that knucklehead Chris Matthews, who's an expert on politics.
Yes.
Chris Matthews, who just won't shut up. And all last night, his hair was blown all over the place, which I guess was supposed to be,
what does the public buy into?
Oh, for a second there, I thought we had breaking news. They showed the McCain with Mitt Romney. That would be a good one. Maybe he can sell magic underwear to everybody in America.
Ooh.
1041 at 560 WQM. It's a good news for you. We got a great restaurant deal this week on Neil's Half Price Deals. Oh, by the way, when you go to WQM.com, it's going to take an extra step today because they got the whole big banner up there about the football schedule for our wall of football today. So you'll have to go through an extra step, but it's well worth it. Backed by popular demand today, the Field Irish Pub and Eatery in Dania Beach. Just go to WQM.com, click on Neil's Half Price Deals once you get past that initial football crap. The store opens at noon today, and you'll be able to buy $50 certificates for $25 to the Field, a mile west of I-95 on Griffin Road, serving lunch and dinner from 11 o'clock in the morning every day with live entertainment 5 days a week. The Field is known for great drinks, has an awesome variety of draft and bottled beers, along with authentic Irish dishes, including Irish stew, bangers and mash, shepherd's pie, and corned beef and cabbage as well. And traditional favorites such as roast prime rib, tenderloin of beef, and fresh mahi-mahi, too. Enjoy a little piece of Ireland right in Broward at the Field, And thanks to me, you'll be able to buy $50 certificates for just $25 starting at noon today on WQAM.com. But be sure and act fast, because once they're gone, they're just gone.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
Like that. Once he's gone,
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
he's gone.
The sports leader.
I can't get over what that Huey said today. He's got a lot of noise to talk about me that way. I don't give a crap what that Perry has to say. If he wants to smoke pink cigars, then let him. Why, I'll have you know, I know what I'm talking about here. Every morning at the condo, I take the elevator down, and on my way to the car, when I pull my folding basket out, I grab a free condo paper. The toys are back in town.
Toys are back in town.
The toys are back in town.
The toys are back in
I said the toys are back in town. Why, you leave. I'm the god of all you sport old fools. I know everything that's going on in the news. Why, I even know all the new Mahjong rules. I'm hip to the jive, Daddy-O.
Too bad you're going down today. It's a better show when I take your place. I know I ain't no Ed Toilet, but when they drop, my voice will change.
You little smoothie.
$10:47 at QAM. Chicken Neck wants to apologize to the Carpenters, by the way, for stealing that whole multiple track idea from them. Okay. There's Ray Nogginhead.
That right now is poised and pointed toward New Orleans.
It's poised and pointed right toward New Orleans. That's Gustav. See, the Lord didn't finish the job with Katrina, and now he's got Gustav pointed right toward New Orleans. Did you see that?
Because of their sin.
And that tropical storm number 8 or number 6 or whatever the hell it is, number 6 million, is sitting out there in the Atlantic. And Rob Marciano is doing a Brian Norcross. He's trying to draw it toward, going back toward Miami. Tropical storm number 8, which, of course, by the time it would get to South Florida, would be like a Category 5 million hurricane and blow everybody to bits, if you believe these grave robbers. Don't believe anything the media tells you. They're all crazy. I think that's probably the most significant drop-in that we have in the whole DCS, and that is...
The media is sick and needs help badly.
From good old Tammy Faye Messner. Didn't she croak?
Yeah, I won't see her no more.
Oh, what's Larry going to do 2 nights a week? He had her on at least twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
You know Larry?
I know.
Every misfit, every reject from the human race, Ross Perot and Tammy Faye Messenger, Baker, whatever her name is this week, Larry loves them. 635 votes on the poll. Boy, we're kicking ass, man. We can do 800 today. We can do 900. We can do 1 million. And you know what? No matter what we do, it still ain't going to make a bit of difference. Remember when we had the clout?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good poll question. Which is worse, the gout or the clout?
The clap.
I think I'm going to wind up with the gout.
A bout of the gout?
Yeah. I had more ice cream yesterday.
Oh, geez. Gonna make me shout.
No, it's going to make me do more than that.
Really? Pout?
It'll come out. WQAM, hello.
Look out.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Listen, I was wondering if you had any interest in watching that Oliver Stone picture about George Bush. I don't know if you guys saw any previews about it.
No.
No?
If I'm not saying I have no interest, but I haven't seen any previews. But if Oliver Stone's behind it, it's probably going to suck.
Yeah, well, they got Brolin playing him. He doesn't look anything like him. I don't know if he's got his mannerisms down.
James Brolin is playing George W. Bush?
Yeah, I think that's right. That's what's happening.
I think they ought to have his wife playing him. She looks more like W than he does.
No kidding, man.
Okay, we'll keep our eyes peeled for it.
Yeah, be on the lookout. I hope they really bash him in it, but it's hard to tell. We can get by the critics these days. So have a good show. Talk to you later.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't understand why all these speeches that we're hearing from the Democrats, they're not ripping Bush and ass even that much more. Why are they letting him off the hook for old time's sake? They're not really talking that much about him by name. By name.
Yeah.
And they just make a passing reference to a war based on lies or a war that wasn't necessary, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you got 4,000 plus dead Americans because the neocons and Bush and Cheney invented this war. It's all documented. It's right there in black, white, red, and blue. And they're like, bada beep, bada boop, bada bop. They ought to be screaming bloody murder about what he's done. Not to mention him and the Saudis, his buddy Bandar Bush. But, they all got to be careful because they're all on the take. You know what I mean by that?
Yep.
They're all part of the same crooked establishment. WQAM, hello.
Yo, Neil. It's right here, man. This is your friendly phone fanatic, man. And that's what I'll be calling myself when I call in. Anyway, the Phil restaurant's really good. I enjoy going there myself. As far as Clinton goes, that was a good speech last night. I enjoyed it. And I thought that he really did help Obama. I think he's going to get Obama's going to receive a lot of votes from what Clinton did last night. I enjoyed it.
Well, let's cross our legs and fingers and eyes and hope.
Yeah. All right. In closing, I did listen to George. I did call in and say that George didn't do pretty good. But in closing, I did enjoy one of George's shows when you were off this week. So I will retract. And
one in a row?
I'm sorry? Say again?
He said one in a row?
Oh, yeah, George. I mean, yeah, George. So, hey, I'm retracting. I'm telling you right now, you did good, bro. So I will say that. And in closing, like I said, I am a friendly phone fanatic.
Don't worry about it. He don't care anyway.
I know he don't care. But anyway, we'll see you again. Good luck.
Okay.
Yeah. See you next time.
Yeah, see you around the old barn. 636 votes on the poll about these calls. Now, today they've been great so far.
Actually.
Right?
Relatively speaking, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see tomorrow what kind of a bogus BS Jolly Joe Bell feeds to Norma Kent. Norma's illin'. He's under the weather. Mostly from falling off that hammock at that store that's called and Beyond the Blue Sea, whatever it's called. I don't want to get involved in that thing, you know. Poor Norma. She's got so many issues. So many. And what's going to happen when she croaks one of these days? I think I'm going to outlive her.
I think so.
Always getting these really bad ill and health reports from Norma. And I think maybe the Lord is punishing her, too, for smoking all that bad weed. When you figure how much good weed there is around, why would you want to smoke bad weed?
That's a good point.
And pick up bad runaways. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
Why did the CPC fire Chris Goodland?
Chris who?
Chris Goodland.
Can't even get the name right, can you, schmuck?
I'm not from that.
What?
I'm not from Canada.
So? Does that mean you can't pronounce somebody's name?
Fuck you.
Oh! Excellent. 637 votes on the poll. Yeah, that's the hockey announcer guy who just calls to be irritating. And then, of course, his two colors come out at the end of the call when he blurts out an expletive. Good thing we got all 700 dump buttons working, you know it?
Yep.
And you'll be pleased to know that the DCS, at the moment, the bearings are grinding very quietly.
Good.
I feel like we have our bearings back.
Our ball bearings?
Yeah. And just to prove to you that works...
Whenever I hear meal, I can't stop thinking about disgusting things.
Puss and phlegm. Not kind of like Nip and Suds?
A little bit.
WQAM, hello.
Hello?
QAM? Yes.
I called you a while back and wanted to talk about...
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay.
Kelly Craig is a hottie.
Yeah, sure. Get some Magnavision glasses. Get the Mount Palomar telescope, okay? We love Kelly. She's a sweetheart, but she weighs what? 2,000 to 3,000 pounds?
Yeah, it's sad.
It's a very sad situation. Every time I come back down to South Florida, I turn on the TV like it's usually on the weekend, and there she is on Channel 6. They've got a whole studio for her now. And just not a chair, but like a gigantic Barca lounger. WQAM, hello.
I got $100 for your favorite charity that Charlie Crist never marries a woman.
No kidding.
What do you think of that?
No kidding. That's a tough
Pet
one.
Rescue, Camilla's House, anyone. Wayward Home for the Lost Bridge Tenders. What do you think?
What do I think of what?
Well, $100. I bet he never gets married. I think it's all a ploy because he wants to be the VP. What do you think? Gay Charlie for vice president?
Don't you love when they feed back the stuff that I've been saying?
Biggest name.
Like really all of a sudden,
Like it's guaranteed. We're going to guarantee life.
Pretty sharp, man.
The sports leader.
Let me say it again. That didn't sound like a legal ID to me. WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
This is the Neil
What's
Rogers
going on
Show.
there, Fat Chris?
My bad. Is your brain.
Idiot.
Any questions?
Here's another Mo Howard David song for Geldy. Or a Geldy song for Geldy.
Geldy, talking on a sports show, trying to be macho. Your voice sounds just like a 7-year-old girl, a little sports whole shill. What else are you there for? Geldy, talking like a baby who needs a little training. Why can't you understand? You don't sound like a man. Remove the rubber bands that choke your scrotum. Geldy, your lucky management don't care. 'Cause Geldy, you don't belong there on the air. And Geldy, the sports can wait till your voice cracks. 'Cause anyone who sounds like that should find another job.
Yes.
And they should only take you back when both your BBs drop. Oh, Geldy, when you gonna grow up? You make us want to throw up. You silly squeaky fool. Go to broadcasting school. Your prepubescent voice makes you sound like a sack. You're a hut.
Absolutely.
You're a hut. You're a hut.
Yeah, that was really something when we had the end of the Geldy for Joe Rose show this morning at 10 o'clock.
Well, Neil Rogers is coming next to play Howard David songs for 4 hours.
A lot of that going around these days. A lot of squealing, whining. Not thinking of anybody in particular, but yeah, like that. 648 votes on Fat Chris's World Flaming Poll. 5670560 and pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. Breaking news.
The fundamentals of this election that favor the Democrats. So they are trying to limit an Obama bounce, and they're trying to remind the American people today, sure, you're going to tune in tonight, and you're going to watch an amazing historical moment, but tune in tomorrow because the other side of the story starts Friday morning.
Oh, get out of here. Breaking news, my ass. John King. All these. Oh, and there's the best expert of them all.
It's a little more now on Senator
Soledad. If I had 2 bricks... In fact, I know where I can find them because I know several people who are many bricks short. If I had 2 bricks, I would love just to squash her head between them.
Really now?
Like
cinder blocks.
Like squeezing a zit. Yeah, just like that. Good God, she is more than annoying. Soledad. And all you people that are like sucking up to Rachel Maddow, I even got a MySpace email about it. Oh, I'm really surprised at your take on her. She's Randy without the accent. Another self-proclaimed expert, a maveness on everything. And they got her on there like just nonstop. Between her and Pat Buchanan, it's like they're coming out of the TV screen. Like they're burnt into the, you know how you have that burn in if you have the image on too long?
Yes.
Isn't that what they call it?
That's what they call it.
Burn in. Well, it sure burns my ass that every time I turn on. Although I'd rather see her than Chris Matthews. WQAM, hello.
Yo, God.
Yes, sir.
Tony Short. Hey, talking about weed, that guy that called earlier about when he was talking about Georgia and he loves trees, that's what he was talking about. Mary Jane is another name for trees.
Mm-hmm.
Or trees is another name for Mary Jane.
Yeah, big deal.
Anyway,
childish. Really childish.
Well, that's a slang in the streets, you know.
Let me say it again. Childish.
Anyway, I was listening to Bill last night, and I thought it was brilliant when he said that he was president for 8 years, and he traveled all over the world, and so he knows for sure that Barack Obama was the right guy for the job. Did you hear that part?
He did. Yeah, of course I heard. I heard the whole thing. He did a worldwide search to find the right guy.
Yep, yes, sir.
And of course, that's the same Bubba that had said that everything that Obama was saying was the biggest bunch of fairy tales that he ever heard in his life. Remember that a couple of months ago? Biggest bunch of fairy tales. And you know the Republicans are going to drag out all those old clips and use that against Obama. Am I right? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No question about it. That is the biggest bunch of hooey, the biggest bunch of fairy tales Bubba ever heard. But he redeemed himself last night. You know, there's nothing like beating and pulverizing the crap out of somebody and then picking him up off the ground and wiping him off and giving him a towel and, give him a little glass of water.
This is a bunch of hooey.
Right. That's Bubba for you. But he was good last night. He's a great speaker. He gets the crowd. He knows how to work the crowd, get them all whipped up into a frenzy, and he did fine. Biden, I thought, was, I don't know. And you notice, well, you didn't watch the thing with Obama coming out with a surprise visit at the end because
I did not.
You were too busy eating pie, eating humble pie.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is that everybody, including Biden's son, what's his name?
I don't know. Joe Jr.
No.
Joe Mama.
The one son that made the speech, he made a really good speech, too, I thought. And then he, kissed Dad on the cheek, which isn't, that's fine. I mean, it's all fine. And then when Obama came out there and they were hugging, and there was at one point, they repeated it this morning, just to make sure in case anybody missed it the first time, when Obama kissed Biden on the cheek. Everybody is kissing Biden on the cheeks. What do you think about that? Well, he's a kissable kind of a guy,
Is he?
I guess. And, of course, old Mama with the 8 million wrinkles, she came out there and she was waddling around on the stage. Mom. It was good. It was schmaltzy, that part, because Biden was like blowing the speech anyway, and he was like, and so it was really good that it kind of reverted back to the whole thing about mom and family and about the tragedy with losing his wife and his daughter and the whole thing, the car accident and it got to be schmaltzy, which is what the American people can relate to, because obviously they can't relate to the issues and what's going on in the world, otherwise Obama would be ahead by 85 points. I mean, you got your President Bush, who's got like a 28% approval rating. You got your Vice President Cheney, who's got a minus. He's got a number like we got at night. Point. He owes points. Unctuous and repellent. Unacceptable. And these neocons, these neo-Nazis, including Jew Lieberman, by the way. Oh, I sure hope that McCain picks him.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, guess who told McCain that he'd have to be crazy to pick Jew Lieberman? Guess who told him that? Besides Karl Rove. Karl Rove also told me.
Bush?
No, Jew Lieberman.
Oh, how about that?
Oh, yeah, I'll find the story here. The McCain camp is currently running an ad campaign through Google which suggests that Senator Jew Lieberman is a strong contender for the vice presidential slot. The Connecticut senator told the Hartford Courant Monday that he hasn't ruled out joining his Republican colleague on the ticket. The rest of us, particularly those of us who are privileged to be his friends, ought to take a temporary vow of silence, Lieberman said, so there's not much I could say about this. This isn't the right story, I don't think.
Oh, well.
Novak claims Lieberman warned McCain picking him could... Yeah, it's the right story. Novak claims Lieberman warned McCain that picking him could be a disaster. Influential McCain backers, plus McCain himself, would pick the pro-choice liberal from Connecticut if they thought they could get away with it. However, Novak continues they can't get away with it, and this has been made clear to McCain by none other than Jew Lieberman himself. Novak claims a Republican friend prevailed on Lieberman to tell McCain that a McCain-Lieberman ticket would be a disaster for all concerned, and especially for the GOP, because aside from the war, Lieberman votes the straight liberal line, including pro-choice on abortion and gay rights and all these things. Lieberman's Republican friend told him that Republicans would leave Minnesota in a state of disarray with a McCain-Lieberman ticket, alienating social conservatives who now make up the core of Republican voters. How do you like that? So Lieberman himself said, don't do it, bad mistake. But I'll take it if you want, I'll take it. And then we can make Israel the 51st state. Real Farbissen. WQAM, hello.
Hi, I was wondering, do you guys have any tickets for tonight's game that you're giving away?
That we're giving away? When did I say we're giving away tickets?
Well, I don't know. I was wondering if you were.
No, we are not.
No?
No.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. More than not welcome. What did I always say about the free tickets? Remember the free ticket lady?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
We go. I could go for a month and not have one real female caller on there except that sweat hog. And then all of a sudden, like this. Are you giving away tickets to the game tonight? Some of those tickets that you're giving away, we don't have any. We're not giving them away. Okay? Freeloading fools. I don't think she's even listening.
No. She just calls a radio station to see
I know Geldy was giving some away this morning, so she probably heard, QAM is giving tickets away to the game tonight. And, of course, which game is that?
She should call the ticket for a
Which
ticket.
game? Yeah, call the ticket. Stick it to the ticket, okay? They're probably giving away 80 million tickets, even though we got both games. We got the Canes, and Georgia, Charleston Southern, a little blind girl school with an enrollment of about 60 students. Maybe it's not even, maybe it's about 30, man. Half of that. And the Dolphins, of course, are playing a meaningless, the Saints. The Saints probably suck anyway, don't they? They usually do.
Actually, I think they're not too bad this year.
They're not too bad?
Yeah, they had one not-so-good year last year, but before that they've been pretty good.
The Saints?
Yeah, remember the boy Drew Brees?
Drew Brees with a breeze
McAllister.
between his knees, right. He sucks. Overrated, Drew Brees.
But he had a good year.
He's like another Joey Pennington.
No, he's better than Joey.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, he actually had a good year 2 years ago.
Was that a shot at the Dolphins on your Dolphin station?
That was a shot at Joey Harrington.
Chad Pennington.
Oh, no, he'll be fine. Chad
Harrington. Joey Pennington and Chad Harrington. You got that straight?
Chad Pennington, Joey Harrington?
Joey Pennington.
Pat Harrington.
Right, Pat Harrington, Jr. I wonder if he's kin to Joe Marsh, Jr. That whole junior thing, I don't know. It just leaves me... I mean, if you want to be parents, you got to at least be creative enough to come up with a name for your kid.
Get the honey, Junior.
Yeah, see? June. Remember during the movie he kept calling him June?
Yep.
I remember June in Leave It to Beaver, but not in Fatso. You don't remember that?
Of course I do.
Dom DeLuise. Hey, Dom.
You fairy.
There's another one for you. Big fat fairy. I can relate.
I like it.
Sports leader.
Yeah, and what happened to the sports leader?
The sports leader.
Come on, Fat Chris.
Hey, this is their new rejoins. I didn't do anything with it.
Neil God.
Facility, hello. Yeah, now, I'm over here, and you wrinkle-nosed bastard, you're over there.
You're very funny. Ain't you a panic?
So how you been, Mo?
I haven't had much luck with the ladies lately.
Why?
Well, what I do is I pull down my pants and take a picture of my thing, you know.
How do you expect to get a date like that?
Well, I see other guys do it.
Maybe they're just as stupid as you are.
No, a wise guy, huh? Why, I ought to pull your nose off and show it back to you with my fist and another day. You don't deserve another job, see?
You can't hit me on the phone.
Why, after all, I'm thinking of embrace so fast. And that Joe. Come along. Joe Bell here. Yeah? I took the mic from Geldy to tell you how highly we think of you here, and I hope there's no hard feelings. Oh, no,
No hard feelings at all, pal.
Oh, good, good.
And just to show you there ain't no hard feelings, Joe, I left your present at the front desk. Did you get it?
Oh, yeah, I got the jacket. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a kerosene jacket. Comes in handy for a hurricane.
How does it work?
Well, first you put the jacket on.
Okay.
How's it fit?
It's nice and snug. What do I do now?
Now, you light it on fire.
Light it on fire?
Yeah, like this.
Doi, 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 doi.
Well, what else could he say? 11:19 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday to you. August is almost over. The summer schedule's almost over. Damn. And one thing I forgot to mention today.
Yeah. Hurricane f***ing blow.
Right. And that Gustav is right on the way toward New Orleans, man. Rob Marciano in Siena. He's drawn it right in there to New Orleans. Now, where's that game tonight? The Dolphin game.
It's at New Orleans.
Well, it's a damn good thing they're playing it tonight before Gustav gets there. Wouldn't that be something if, like, in the middle of the third quarter, they get the big blow there in New Orleans? Because one thing about both those teams, they really blow. Not as much as Joyce, though. That's the rumor I'm hearing around the building. She blows, she blows. Let's play that a few times.
Do it.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. 665 votes on our poll about these calls. We seem to have something different happening here today.
Yeah.
Certainly different than Tuesday, isn't it?
Oh, major difference.
Thank God. Thank the Lord for that. Or I already would be back in bed.
Maybe because the one guy's at the doctor. Maybe they're putting the electrodes on him right now as we speak.
I'm your friend.
Oh.
I'm your friend, George.
Uh-huh.
I'm your friend.
Yeah, yeah.
You too, Fat Chris. I'm your friend.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Just got back from Washington, D.C., Arlington National Cemetery for a funeral, and they're running out of space up there. It took 3 months to schedule a funeral for someone who died. And Operation Enduring Freedom is all over that cemetery. So these people don't realize, I mean, the cost. It's disgusting what the government's doing. Disgusting. Get this scum out of the office. Get them out. Get them out.
Amen. When in doubt, toss them out. That's right.
Put them in there. That's where they need to be.
Okay. Sounds a little bit porky to me.
Well, a little bitter, yeah.
And rightfully so.
That's right.
America ought to be bitter as hell about these last 8 years. And, of course, who the hell are the people? I mean, you know, granted, they stole both elections, but enough people voted for them to make it close enough where they could steal it. Now, you would have thought after that disastrous first term
right,
and the Iraq attack, you would have thought that in 2004, Kerry would have won by about 1 billion votes. But Oh, and speaking of Ohio, and speaking of that crook, the former Attorney General of Ohio, Jerry Brown gets tough on medical pot clubs. I don't understand that story. You understand that? I thought he was a big pot man.
I have no idea.
Jerry Brown?
Don't know him.
The former governor of California?
Never met him.
Hippie? Get out of here. What are you talking about? You don't know downtown Jerry Brown.
I don't.
The Ohio Republican Party funneled $495,000 into an account used to support the candidacy of former Ohio Secretary of State Ken Blackwell that should have only been used to support candidates for national orifice, according to a letter from Ohio's current Secretary of State and a Republican spokesman. The letter says Ohio's Republican Party collected nearly $500,000 from a federal GOP account in October 2006. They also took in $20,000 from a state GOP account the same month and another $25,000 in November 2007. The letter doesn't indicate which candidates received the party's largesse, but according to a state GOP spokesman, the money supported just one candidate, former Republican Secretary of State and a notorious crook who helped fix the election in 2004 in Ohio. Former Republican Secretary of State Ken Blackwell, who ran for governor in 2006 and lost. They couldn't fix enough votes to get him to win. A serious, serious crook. But then again, politician, crook, don't they pretty much go hand in hand?
Yep.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you, brother?
Okay, sir.
Hey, man, listen, you know what? I'm, unfortunately a card-carrying member of the Republican Party, have been since I was 18, but in any event, the problem is that what's embarrassing is that, Mr. McCain, they use all their efforts and all their money to basically use words that other people have said against Obama and really don't even establish a platform out there for anyone to get a true view in regards to what, if anything, this guy can bring to the table.
Well, the only thing he can bring is the same thing that his predecessor brought, and that was smear and schmear. That's the Republican Party's, that's their whole deal. Smear and smear.
It's very sad because, you know, especially now when they have a younger audience that they could actually take advantage of in regards to trying to sell themselves. They do a terrible job at it. So in regards
when you have a younger audience, you bring out a doddering old 72-year-old fool who doesn't even know what planet he's on? That's not going to really appeal to a younger audience.
It's a big mistake, and you know, I think what the Democrats and what Obama's doing is absolutely correct, and you know what, more power to them.
Okay. Vote early and often for Obama. And, you know, last night, one of the 8,000 talking heads made a very good point, and that is, and I forgot what it was, but it was a very good point.
Okay, make one up.
When you got all those pundits on there, all those analysts, it was about McCain. Doddering, old, fool. Oh, no, the reason, it was Lieberman as usual. The reason that he won was because everybody else lost. It was by default. I mean, Giuliani, it was like Biden said, a noun or verb in 9/11. I mean, he didn't go anywhere. After the second deli sandwich in Hollywood, he was out. I mean, Wesley Clark at least got through, you know, several meals. But Giuliani, he tried the old let's go eat some deli in Hollywood and appeal to the old Jews routine. He didn't even realize the old Jews all moved to Boca. Am I right? You bet. Well, except for the ones that are in Emerald Hills, I guess.
Right.
That's far from you.
No, it isn't.
It's fairly far from you. I mean, it's
2 blocks.
2 blocks?
Right on the other side of the highway.
It's not 2 blocks.
All right, maybe 4.
Several blocks.
You have no idea where I live.
I know exactly where you live. You live near that Shell station in Hollywood.
Okay.
You don't?
No. I live about 4 blocks from Emerald Hills, right on the other side of the highway from Emerald Hills.
You live near all those old Jews in Emerald Hills?
Yeah, and all the French Canadians.
There's some serious money in those places, man. You better go in there panhandling.
I might. I just
go in there with a tin cup. Spare some change? How's it going, eh?
I don't believe in begging.
Happy Shavuos.
I'm not a beggar. I hate beggars.
Yeah. Do you?
I do. Uh-huh.
You're just using that as an excuse not to give out some of your largesse to your best friend.
Oh, yeah, man.
I could use some cash, too, as a matter of fact.
Could you now?
Yeah, because if I had like a big stash of cash, I could start going back to Woodbine.
Well, start begging.
Losing my ass. I'm going to get me a tin cup.
Mm-hmm.
I got another couple of 4-day weekends. This weekend and next weekend's the last one for this summer. Now do you realize I got to wait another 9 months before this wonderful schedule starts again?
Before this horrible idea, yeah.
Before this magnificent, fantastic, and you'll be very pleased to know that even the next 5 years with my salary cut by 90% and with your big 3% pay increase, we still have the same summer deal, Schlemiel.
Yeah, what a scam.
Yeah. Well, thank God for that.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
A bitch.
I saw Jesus on the stick of hollow bar. I saw him on my pop-up toaster in the seat of my car. All my friends think I'm nuts down at the redneck bar. Cause I saw Jesus on the stick of hollow bar. I saw him in my shaving cream, so I left it on my face. When I went to work, I looked like a jerk and I was fired in the street. Driving home, I was all alone, thinking someone's playing tricks on me. But in the rearview mirror, I could see Jesus staring back at me. Yes, I saw Jesus on the stick of hollow bar.
You fairy.
I saw him on my pop-up toaster and the seat in my car. All my friends think I'm nuts down at the redneck bar. Cause I saw Jesus on the stick of hollow bar. Yes, I saw Jesus on the stick of hollow bar.
No.
I saw him on the side of a taco and the hubcap on my car. Oi! I saw him in a bowl of spaghetti in the side of the Smucker's jar. Yes, I saw Jesus on a stick of olive oil. Everybody, I saw Jesus on a stick of olive oil. I saw him on my pop-up toaster in the seat seats of my car. All my friends think I'm nuts down at the redneck bar, 'cause I saw Jesus on a stick of olive oil. Oh, Lord, there he is again.
Jesus Christ, are you back again? Oh, 11:33:20. That's what they were saying to Geldy. Oh, well, he ain't one of the Jesus Christers, so what does he know about that? Aren't you surprised they brought him back with the Jew thing and all?
No. Clarence is.
Clarence is what?
Jewish.
So what does that have to do with anything?
We still have lots of Jews here.
He's already grandfathered in. Just like me. Grandpa. Here's the poll, 676 vote. What's your take on the callers on Neil's show? The all-time worst, 176. They're okay, 163. They're funny as hell, 141. Oh, yeah. Joe Bell is the Antichrist, 122. And no more calls, 74. They don't want me going back to those bedtime stories. Under any circumstances. They don't want that. And you know what? Neither do I.
It's a lot of work.
Too much like work. Although right now, there's no calls on the board.
So take them all.
Okay, let's run right down through them. Here's line 1. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. Wouldn't you think with this astute audience after last night's tremendous, and I watched every minute of it last night. I watched the roll call. I watched Mayor Daley of Chicago toss it over to New York. He tossed it. And Hillary, they had like 8 million security just, did you see that, schlepping her through the crowd?
No.
And there was Chuck Schumer with that same Schmidt-eating grin on his face. My God. Somebody ought to wipe that grin off his face already. I mean, I like him just fine, but good God. He's always got that same goofy grin on his face. You know Chuck Schumer?
No.
The hell you don't. Well, you start with this anti-Semitic crap again, or
no.
What? Anyway, so you didn't see Swillery make the call for acclamation for Obama and blah, blah, blah and all that?
No.
Well, why not?
I was eating pie.
Oh, yeah, eating pie my ass.
No.
Yeah.
No.
QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Eddie.
WQAM, hello. Today we're not getting the chronics, we're getting fake chronics today. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I want you to ask George who he's voting for this year. Is he an American citizen yet?
No.
I know he's not. He's too lazy to go down and take care of that.
He doesn't give a crap. How do you like that? Why don't you mind your own business?
I want to know what's going on with George.
I want to know why you can't mind your own business.
I want to know what's going on.
Let me say it again. The whole world wants to know why you won't mind your own business. I don't give a crap if George votes or not. That's up to him. And George has got better things to do with his spare time.
Like eat pie.
That's right, like eating peach pie. Beach pie. 683 vote on that poll. But they continue being obsessed with you, man. They want to give you a big song to dance, tell you how to live your life, what to do, where to go, where to stick it.
Well, when you don't have a life of your own, you got to...
All of these things.
Part of our public service.
No life.
Providing lives for the lifeless.
QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Hey, Neil, you going to watch the Dolphins kick some butt tonight or what?
It's an exhibition game, sir. What difference does it make?
They're going to go to the Super Bowl this year, Neil.
Yeah, stupid bull. You must be on bad drugs.
No, man.
Bad drugs.
And the Marlins, too.
Yeah, and the Marlins are going to the Super Bowl, too, right. I mean, I hope they all got tickets. The Marlins are going to the Super Bowl and the Dolphins, too. Did the Marlins play last night?
Yes, and they won.
They won. The Marlins won.
Oh!
And what about the Phillies? Phillies are back in first place, right?
I think the Mets won last night, I think.
Wow. And the Marlins still have no chance. I mean, they got the mathematical chance, but they what are they, like 5.5 out, something like that?
Actually, I believe that's what they are.
No chance, the Marlins. But everybody's just waiting to jump on that bandwagon, just in case. That's one thing about South Floridians, man. They never found a bandwagon they weren't willing to jump on, whether it was the Panther bandwagon years and years ago. We love the Panthers. We got those rats. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. And then the Heat bandwagon a couple of years ago before they stunk the joint out. And then, of course, last year, when you go 1-15, it's going to be a big improvement for the Dolphins this season when they win 2 or 3 games, right? Even George knows that.
That's right.
You ready for some smash mouth football?
Yeah, I'm ready. Here it comes.
Well, we got 2 o'clock QM football extravaganza today.
Oh.
Let's hear it. We got the Canes game, the Dolphin game. We got a whole bunch of idiots sitting around pontificating. And hopefully get a lot of spots in there, too. WQAM, hello.
You're my friend.
Fake.
No, I'm your friend.
Fake.
No, I'm not. It's me.
QAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Yeah,
QAM, hello.
Hey, George, how you doing?
Not George.
Oh, I'm sorry, Neil. Well, hey, I listen to you Tuesday and Thursdays, and you only give those crank calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think Georgie has something to do with it.
Yeah, George is behind it.
They're all set up. Yeah, I pay them.
It's all set up, man. I still love you, George.
Guess what? He don't care. You care?
I'm eating potato soup right now.
Oh,
that's what
more
I care
food.
about.
Oh, so the food is there already. I almost forgot. We got it coming up at noon. In 20 minutes, we got the field. Are you eating, Fat Chris?
I got some potato soup also.
Oh.
Potato soup. I love potato soup. Mmm. And what else you got?
Shepherd's pie.
Some kind of sausage thingy over there. Some kind of sausage pastry, pigs in a blanket. Sausage rolls, that's what they are.
Oh.
Sausage and
sounds delicious,
in like
and
a,
wait until Fat Chris starts farting, man.
This is Neil Rogers. Sports Radio 560 QAM. The sports leader.
Chuck it or did he cock it? You fairy. All right.
Barack Obama, middle name Hussein. If you're nominated, you'll lose to McCain. You have a message, it is filled with hope. Didn't I read in your book you used to smoke dope? Just you wait until the big convention. All the superdelegates will be mine. Then all of your supporters will be angry. Hear how they whine. Barack Obama, no, you cannot win. I'm the only one who can beat Republicans. This campaign feels like it's never ending. People think that I'm out of my mind. I'll tell the pundits when I'm nominated. Kiss my behind. Barack Obama, middle name Hussein. I'm the only one who can beat John McCain. I am the walrus. Who could choose me?
I didn't know the walrus wore pantsuits. Did you?
No.
Especially orange pantsuits. She did good, though, the other night. She was just fine.
That's why I voted. She said what she had to say.
I think that was my vote, too.
Did the right
said
thing.
what she had to say, got the job done. She got her done. 13 Nepali men were recruited and held against their will for 13 months in a human trafficking scheme engineered and perpetrated by Halliburton and its Jordanian contractor, according to a lawsuit filed yesterday in California federal court. Halliburton sued for human trafficking, is that line in this story. Isn't that your good friend Dick Cheney's former company?
Yes,
Halliburton?
my buddy.
That crooked vice president we got? Darth Vader? Slimeball? Crook? How come they're not talking about him? I don't hear them mentioning his name at all.
Because, he has days.
That's right. Man found hiding in ceiling over women's restroom. Vero Beach, a man found in the ceiling of the women's restroom at a local restaurant was charged with disorderly conduct by police over this past weekend. Patrons and staff at Mulligan's Bar and Restaurant 1025 Beachland Boulevard, Vero Beach, said they saw David Michael Cantwell, 27, hiding in the ceiling above the women's toilets. With some of the ceiling tiles removed, the arrested affidavit said. Staff at the bar determined Cantwell had gone into a storage room and climbed through the ceiling to reach the women's restroom. Well, maybe he had to go.
When you got to go.
In 2004, Arthur Anderson was elected Palm Beach County election supervisor, riding in anyone but Teresa Lepore groundswell. 4 years later, the theme was similar, only the target changed. Facing an anybody but Arthur Anderson insurrection, the incumbent didn't even manage to make the runoff in a 3-person field, which leaves us with yet another nightmare scenario for Palm Beach County, the country's favorite dysfunctional election family. We're on the verge of a squeaky-tight presidential election, in which the state of Florida is critical of the outcome again, and we're going to do it with a lame duck election supervisor, a lame duck who has a record of stumbling in even smaller, less dramatic elections. Moreover, this time he'll be supervising the election of his successor. 2 years ago, ballots from Pahokee were counted for another town. Last year, wrong election results were posted on the election supervisor's website. You got to be in the pokey in Pahokee, man. They got that really good cherry pie. It's been frozen for like 50 years, you know? I've told you that story too many times.
Sure.
And in the January presidential primary, which in all likelihood had reduced turnout because of the Democratic candidates' boycott of Florida, Palm Beach County was hours behind the state's other counties. It was enough to make groups such as the Palm Beach County Voters Coalition and the Democratic Club of Boca and Delray Beach come out against Anderson. Enough to make two of the politicos most responsible for Anderson's election win drop him like a hot potato. U.S. Representative Bobby Wexler, who campaigned fervently for Anderson in 2004, refused to give an endorsement this time. The bloom has fallen so far over Anderson's rose that the other person who strongly advocated for him in 2004, Representative Susan Bucher, ran against him in this election. Tuesday, we had a new optical scan system that required voters to draw a straight line from the tip of one arrow to another. Sounds like something for a sobriety checkpoint, not the way for 70 and 80-year-olds to cast a vote. So we've got a guy who voters and supporters have lost confidence in, who will be implementing a raw voting system for the first time. A new voting system. It's new and it's raw. Have you ever seen anything that's new and raw?
Just this morning.
Yeah, sure, it was actually unveiled Tuesday, but Tuesday's elections had a dismal 17% turnout, so it doesn't really tell us anything. It said you can be certain the turnout for the historic November elections will be at the extreme opposite, probably 4 times the number on Tuesday, straining even the most reliable time-tested system, which this one is not. A county that's reached celebrity status is a symbol of flubbed elections. Palm Beach County has become to voting what Paris Hilton has become to family values. This convergence of ironies and deficiencies can't make those of us who are tired of jokes and the recount movies feel very uncomfortable. Well, there you go. It may not be good in Florida, but at least we're consistent. We're very uncomfortable, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Start squirming around in your seat.
I am now.
WQAM, hello.
Just got an update on the hurricane and boarding up and heading to Binghamton.
What?
Okay. Thank you.
What?
Just got an update on the hurricane. I'm boarding up and I'm heading to Binghamton.
What hurricane?
All the hurricanes.
Oh, okay. Good place for you, Binghamton. Losers go to Binghamton.
I have no life.
692 votes on the poll. We're going to go over 700 by the top of the hour. I think I can feel it. I can smell it. Can't you smell it?
I smell potato soup.
So what are you guys eating? Potato soup and what else?
Shepherd's pie. There's corned beef and cabbage in the kitchen.
Corned beef and cabbage. Oh,
and
man.
I'm having, what are the sausage and the...
Sausage pastry thing?
Sausage rolls. And a puff pastry.
Oh, did they give this tropical storm a name now?
Bill.
No, seriously, they got a name, but it's too small. I couldn't read it on the screen. It was like teeny tiny print. So if I was you, I'd pack everything up and head to Binghamton. You can hang out with that guy.
On my way.
Hang out with that guy that just called. He sounded like one of your people. You know what I mean?
No. What do you mean?
Think about it. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
There's another hurricane headed right for us. Hurricane Hanna.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm not there, so what do I care?
George is here, though. Are you scared
Well,
for
that's
George?
his problem. Okay, I can't take George by the hand and lead him through life. He's gotten this far without my help so far, so I'm sure he can do it. If I were you, I'd like move into one of those places in Emerald Hills.
Oh yeah.
Till hurricane season is over.
Sure. A nice interior room, please.
Till the big blow blows on by. WQAM, hello.
Hannah's gonna turn north. Don't worry. We don't need to go to Bing.
Oh, here's the voice of expertise. Here's the guy. He's doing a phony accent today. Yeah, go away. Annoying. He's Whisperer number 2. Remember the original Whisperer?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is Whisperer number 2. Only the original one, at least, was mildly amusing from time to time. This one is just annoying. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay, sir.
Neil, I've dug a hole under my house because the hurricane's coming and the sky is falling. What should I do, Neil?
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil, the name is Hanna, the tropical storm Hanna.
Yeah, we just had 400 calls about that. Who cares?
Oh, okay. And what's going on with that company, Diebold? You know that voting machine deal? That company? Remember Diebold?
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
What's going on with what?
The company.
What's going on, if they need to fix the election this time, they'll do it again. That's what's going on. You have to ask. What's going on with Diebold?
I'm dying over here.
Yeah. 5670560. I'll tell you one thing. It's sure a change of pace today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
From the subhuman race. So it's Hanna. It's Tropical Storm Hanna. And it's out there. It's already way north of Florida, but then, they keep making the arc on there like it's coming back. Oh, it's coming back. And if we could just unretire Brian Norcross, the hurricane hysteria specialist, for a couple of days, he could get everybody whipped up into a frenzy so that they go out there and buy up all the bottled water and the plywood and the Visqueen, etc. All of these
things.
WQAM, hello.
I'd like everybody to board up their homes for the impending storms, you big MFs.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, this is Storm Cat. What time is the football coverage at?
2 o'clock, sir.
Thank you, Neil.
Oh, Storm Cat, my ass. You ain't no Storm Cat. Yeah, Storm Cat.
Mm-hmm.
I know Storm Cat. Is he still calling on the Joe Rose show, by the way,
Yep.
Storm Cat? He is?
Every day.
Oh, no wonder those numbers are dropping like a gigantic boulder. Good God. Every day. Of course, we got people to call every day, too, but we don't invite them.
Right.
695, like I said, we're inching towards 700. Well, people are busy boarding up their homes now. They don't have time to be voting on our stupid poll.
This is Mark Morgan. It's the 12 to 1 hour on QAM.
Do you know how I can get around the office computer network so I can access the really good internet porn?
He says that he has a porn and sex addiction.
Desperate for changing, I went online. I emailed the dominatrix. Now everything is fine. I'm naked in a dungeon made for slaves. I get whipped when I have misbehaved, just to prove that she is my master. I'm hanging by my testicles for her.
He needs a kick in the nads.
I just hope you're okay with having only one testicle.
Bite your scrotum for a nickel. I'm nuts. Little heels are painful when they're up my butt, but that pain isn't nothing when you're hanging from your nuts. And I've been hanging from my testicles for days. Now my balls are rotted and decayed. It's just to prove that she is my master. I'm hanging by my testicles for her. My scrotum used to be a normal sack. Now I can pull it halfway up my back. All to prove that she is my master. I'm hanging by my testicles for her.
I don't really know that much about any kinky stuff.
How about I sit on your kinky face for a while you think about that?
Okay, 12 noon at 560 WQAM. So we started with 100 certificates for the field, and now we only got 98 left.
Wow.
Aren't you impressed?
Well, not yet.
Oh, 38.
See?
See, well, now you're impressed.
Give it a couple
impressed
minutes.
now?
34.
I mean, that's 62 and what? 24.
22.
Woo! You better hurry, because once they're gone...
They're gone.
Right, that means we sold 78 in about a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they know the field. They know the food is outstanding.
19.
It is wild. 19, like I said.
18.
18, like I said. Okay, well, you keep an eye on it, okay?
Okay.
I gotta go back and man your poll.
No, thank you.
Not the first time, I'm
704
sure.
votes on the poll about the callers, and the callers today have made some kind of a turnaround. Maybe Jolly Joe is actually doing something, you think?
No.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
16.
Yeah. WQAM, hello.
15.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I just called because I gave up watching the network news. Don't watch cable TV news. Don't watch the regular TV news.
Mm-hmm.
Gave up on it entirely.
Yeah.
The reason is because those people have absolutely nothing in common with me.
What people are those?
People that read the news.
They have nothing in common with you?
Not a thing.
They don't put their pants on one leg at a time?
That would be about where we part company. That's about the only similarity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not going to experience any of the things that a normal person's going to have in their life. You know, when they're looking at retirement, Social Security, health care benefits, that's all taken care of for those people.
Mm-hmm.
They're never going to relate to us. So these elections are just a big gain to them.
How about a big money maker to them?
Big money maker too.
Mm-hmm.
Love your show, Neil.
Okay, see you. He's not going to watch the news anymore. He's done with them.
6.
We got 6 certificates left?
Yep. 4.
704 votes on the poll. All the numbers all the time. Just throw a lot of numbers out there at him. It keeps him off balance.
1.
1? Solamente uno?
Sí.
That's going to go like faster than a heart attack. Faster than Dick Cheney's heart. We can only hope.
Gone.
And they're gone. Once they're gone, of course, it's not official yet, right?
Right.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Hey, did Jim DeFeeti get canned on the other station? Did you hear anything?
Yes, he's finito, yes.
Oh, boy. Was that a big shock, or his numbers were bad, or?
Well, what do you mean, is that a big shock? He's not a broadcaster in the first place.
No, he's a writer.
Shock.
No, he's a writer.
And he sucks. I never heard him on the air, but from everything that I read, he was pathetic.
Well, on those other stations, we know how many bad people they have, so.
Yeah. We got enough on this station. We don't have to worry about that.
That's true. Thanks, Neil.
Okay, see ya. Oh, Jim DeFetus, he's off the air. And, of course, Tom Jicker wrote that in his blog or wherever the hell it was the other day, breathlessly, about 8:50, and they did this and they did that. They don't have any audience, Tommy. Maybe Steve Lappett took Tom to lunch or something like that. Who knows? 8:50, they're expanding the Billow show, and what was the other deal they're putting on?
I don't know.
Imus on INZ, which that's not the same company. That's Cheap Channel. Anybody listening to Imus on INZ in the morning? The I-Man?
No.
Come on now, why not? Why not give him a shot? In fact, now that he's on in this market, maybe Sid the Yid can stick his nose in there. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
He can stick his nose in Imus's
rectum
again. WQAM, hello. QAM. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I was listening this morning about Neil's ice cream. I was trying to find out where he got that Hershey turtle.
Hershey Squirts?
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Hershey Squirts.
Where do you get it at?
What, it's a store.
Yeah, I tried Publix. I couldn't find it there.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Hershey what?
It's not Hershey's, first of all. It's Breyers.
Breyers.
No, it's not Breyers. It's Nestle.
Okay, it's a Nestle.
It's Nestle. Nestle's turtle ice cream.
Turtle ice cream. All right, I'm going to try it. Thank you.
Turtle. Like Myrtle the turtle?
Myrtle the turtle. Okay. I'm going to give it a try.
Okay. God. What is he trying to tell us?
I have no life.
Neil found Nestle's turtle, so well, that's good. I'm glad. Let's see what David Gergen has to say, and Carl Bernstein, and Gloria Borger, and all the other 6,000 talking heads on CNN and MSNBC. We have to analyze, and of course, when they can't do it for us, there's always Soledad to fall back on.
Oh, one certificate came back.
One came back?
Uh-huh.
So we do still have one.
For the moment.
I'll wait. It should go faster than just like that. Shouldn't it?
Should.
Yes, it should.
For the field?
Great place.
And after you had that bangers and mash or whatever you guys are eating, man, you'll be farting up a storm. You can go to the house of somebody that you despise and just hang around and just keep farting and farting and farting.
Well, I had a head start on
just
the fart.
Keep seeping. You did?
I had fart.
Seeping like crazy all over their furniture and like that. WQAM, hello.
Good afternoon. I want to tell you, I was probably the one that changed. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. That was Fat Chris that interrupted you. That was rude. Yes.
I'm sorry. I was probably the one who changed it from 198. I had my finger on the button when it turned to 0. I called up yesterday to give them an endorsement also. The food is great. The people are great. The service is great.
Right.
Okay, that's all.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
And you too. Have a great day. It's great. It's great to be alive. Oh! Better than the alternative, although in some cases maybe not. Don't you just love when somebody croaks and they say, oh, he or she is in a better place now? Oh,
in some cases they're right, because in the ground is a better place for some people.
For some people, like some of our callers.
I'm your friend.
712 votes. I think you can make 900 a day if you really put your ass to it. And with an ass as big as yours, I think you should. You know what they say about the squeaky grease wheel? The squeaky wheel. So we are officially sold out or unofficial still?
Unofficially sold out.
Okay. But that was pretty quick. You'd almost think we got an audience out there. And, of course, George has been doing such a fantabulous job all summer long. Although he won't get any credit for it. They'll just, he's throwing us under the bus. He's torpedoing the station again. That's the thanks you got, the gratitude from keeping our number one standing and the highest ratings on the station in the summertime. And that's the gratitude you got from that nebbish Greg Reed. And, of course, from that cheapskate, fat-ass Jolly Joe Bell, you get a 3% pay raise.
2 came back.
We got 2. Oh, that's Chicken Neck again. With his Monkey Ward and Jefferson credit cards trying to buy certificates on our website. Cut it out, Chicken Neck, or I won't send that check out. Did you tell him I'm not going to send it out?
No.
Just tell him that to freak him out.
No, thanks.
There's Carl Bernstein again with those freaky glasses on. He's got almost as many wrinkles as Biden's mama. WQAM, hello.
Sir, there's a hurricane coming down here.
There is.
Yeah, there he is, and there he went. I think what you ought to do is take that fax. Do you still have it, the death threat fax with the skull and crossbones on it? If not, I've got it, and I'll fax it back to you.
I didn't save it.
And take it to clearance, and let's have some action at Jackson for Mario Moreno and Hialeah. Some of these people think it's a big joke, Oh, I'm part of the show. No, you're not. You're a stalker. You're a lunatic.
Right.
You're an evil person, and we're not invited to participate or be a part of this show. Go listen to Footsie, okay? Go listen to Rush. Go listen to the sound of your own ass making gurgling sounds. Do something exciting for once in your life.
I have no life.
Obvious. WQAM, hello.
Hey, good afternoon, Neil. How you doing?
Okay.
Listen, I want to ask you, I know we just had a weather call here, but with respect to the weather, I'm a middle-aged person, and you're a little bit older than me, but when we were young, did they just guess when there was a storm coming? When you lived in New York as a young child and they woke up, there's going to be snow, was it a plus or minus of 10 or 30 inches? Now, with all this technology, looking back, what did they do? Call a city and ask them what was happening over there? It's just amazing. We got by, maybe because there's this sensationalism now with all the networks and CNN News and the Weather Channel. There was always storms. There was always big rainstorms and ice
and snowstorms and ice storms, yeah. And
we got by. Now, it's a sensationalism. Did you ever wake up one day and it was just like you couldn't open your front door and they missed it? Not that they're missing this, but It's just, they've always had,
they've been predicting the weather for a long, long time.
But what did they do before they had satellites? I mean, did they call ahead of time?
No, they did used to look out the window.
Oh, okay. Big window. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, I'm old enough I can remember a time before there was television. I don't remember it well, but I remember I had a big Philco radio, a big white Philco, like a table model. Not a table model. What would you call it? Like a floor model.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it had AM and 2 shortwave bands.
You could hear Europe on it?
Yeah. You could hear Radio Moscow. That's where I got my communist leanings. Comunista, comunista, comunista. What's Carl Bernstein pontificating about?
Hardest assignment. Remember, he's got to
and David Gergen. David Gergen is like burnt into your TV set. He's on incessantly. Now, you know that these people are going to be getting paid a pretty penny. Because nobody's ego is that big that they just keep surfacing over and over and... You know what I mean?
Yep.
The same talking heads. Who's that dark guy from Washington Post, Eugene Robinson on MSNBC? He sleeps there in the studio. He sleeps there with Chris Matthews. In the same bed, in the same space, on the same place.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Want a lollipop, little boy?
Yo, Tony the Tiger's office, Vito speaking. What?
Yeah, may I speak to Mr. Tiger, please?
Hold on 1 minute. Hey, boss, phone call for you.
Go. Hello?
Yeah.
Is this Tony the Tiger?
Speaking.
It doesn't sound like Tony the Tiger.
I'm Tony the Tiger. What do you want from me? You want the whole great thing?
That sounds like Tony the Tiger.
I do that on the TV. You know, I'm a businessman.
Oh.
Who's this?
This is General Mills.
Who?
General Mills?
Oh, yeah.
Your main competitor?
Yeah. Not really, huh?
Well, yes.
Yeah, well, what?
Well, I've got some concerns.
You got concerns?
Yes.
What's that got to do with me?
Well, it has a lot to do with you, Mr. Tiger.
Yeah, you can call me Tony.
Okay.
Call me Mr. Tiger. I like the sound of that better.
All right, Mr. Tiger.
Hey, Vito, off the table! Sorry, boss!
As you know, over the years, the biggest Olympic champion has appeared on the cover of the Wheaties box.
Over the years, huh?
Yeah. And it seems this year, the great champion Michael Phelps will not be appearing on the Wheaties box.
No, because he's on the Frosted Flakes box.
Right.
I got him, you don't.
Right.
What's the problem?
That's the problem.
That's not a problem for me.
Well, don't you think children are expecting to see Michael Phelps?
No. You got to get with the changing times here. You push fiber and health. I push sugar. Kids like sugar. Phelps is on my box. No problem.
Is this really Tony the Tiger?
Right. Hey, how's that?
Oh, that's...
I don't need to prove who I am to you. I'm a businessman over here. You know how long I've been wooing Michael Phelps with them big ears? Sent him the Lil Wayne CD. I sent him all kinds of people over there to make nice to him. I got him a car. I'm into this kid deep. He owes me.
Well, sir, I just think it'd be better for this country if he appeared on the Wheaties box.
Hold on. Hey, Vito.
What?
I got General Mills on here, right?
Uh-huh.
He says he thinks it'd be better for the country if Michael Phelps was on the Wheaties box instead of my Frosted Flakes. What's he smoking? What you smoking over there?
Listen, I tried to handle this amicably.
Yeah, what are you going to do? You going to threaten me?
I'm one phone call away from sending down a leprechaun and a silly rabbit down to your office.
He's going to send a leprechaun and silly rabbit to knock some sense into us. I think that tastes good after we cook them. You won't even make it past Vito, let alone get to the Tiger. You send down your little freak bots. Don't you deal in fiber over there like you got that Fiber One cereal? Why don't you have a big bowl of that and poop out your problems, huh? Because I got no interest in talking to you anymore. We got Phelps, you don't.
Listen, Mr. Tiger, I don't like your tone.
Well, I don't like your tone, General Mills.
What do I have to do to get Phelps on my box?
We're too far into this for me to do anything to help you out. I won, you didn't. Sounds like sour grapes to me. Unless, of course, you want to massage my tiger sack.
What?
You heard me.
No, I'm not.
You heard me.
No, I'm not doing anything with the tiger sack.
You heard me.
No, I'm not going to do anything with the tiger sack.
Well, then I guess it's true. You're screwed. Eat it, Mills.
Tom 19 at 560 WQAM. That wasn't all that funny, but it sure as hell was long, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Were you? 321, as a matter of fact. Wow, let's play it again. There might have been something really funny in there, and maybe we missed it the first time.
No, I don't think so.
I left a lot of the calls. Maybe there was something really
I really
funny
wanted to
on.
play it, but I didn't.
You didn't play it?
No.
Well, thank God for that. I don't want to be playing stuff after you played it.
Right.
Like that Jerks thing.
Mm-hmm. Coming at you.
Jack's finale.
Coming at you.
Coming at you.
Yeah, that's coming up again.
Really?
720 votes on the poll, so Chris is sitting back fat and sassy. We got the certificate sold out. Is that official yet?
9 minutes. Yep.
We sold them out in 9 minutes. On the 28th of Augusto. How do you like that? WQAM, hello. That was him.
Yes.
That was the real Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Not the fake Eddie that we had earlier today. That was the real Eddie. How sad. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Did you see who reared his ugly head today? Ralph Nader.
Yeah.
Spoiler again. Anyway, he was doing an interview with Dan Abrams.
He's
on
been
MSNBC.
running for months now. Is that like a bulletin or something?
What's that? Well, no, I hadn't seen him during the convention. He just popped up on MSNBC, but he kept calling Dan Abrams Adam. And at the end of the interview, Abrams turns to him and says, you know, maybe the problem with your campaigns are you should at least know who the hell you're going on the air with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look.
Don't you? I love the way these people,
Oh, yeah.
Even the people who think that they really have something to say, I love the way they finish the calls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I say, yeah. Like, so what's the point? And click, because that's it. He ran out of material. I pushed him too far. 2 o'clock, we got the big QM football extravaganza, folks. Get all the kids gathered around the radio. Of course, aren't those games both on TV?
Shh.
Chris?
The Dolphins the Canes is on ESPN 360, which is the internet.
It's on the internets?
Uh-huh.
What kind of crap is that? Who wants to watch a football game on the internet? Do you want to watch a football game on the internet on a little,
no,
a tiny little monitor?
No, not at all.
When you probably have a big, humongous 46 or 52-inch TV? Don't you?
It's a 48, I think, yeah.
48-inch. And they want you to watch it on a dinky little monitor just because ESPN it gobbles up everything?
Well, I'll be here anyways for the game, so.
You'll be here for what?
I'm one of the producers for the game.
What kind of hours are those? 10 to 2 and what?
Let's see. I got here at about 8:30, 8:40. I'll leave
8:50.
anywhere. No, I was here before that. I'll leave anywhere between midnight and 1 in the morning. Home 40 minutes later, sleep after a shower, and then get up again at about 7:15.
Just remember, you're one of the lucky ones.
Oh, yeah.
Look at all the big bucks you're making there. And you had a free lunch today, for crying out loud. What are you bellyaching about?
Hey, I'm not bellyaching. I was telling you what my schedule is.
If you want to maintain that girth you've got, that gigantic fat ass, you have to get an occasional free meal. Like on Thursdays. You better hope that they keep selling these Neil deals every Thursday, because we had a few down Thursdays there during the summertime. And that's because they leave it all in the hands of Bluff. And why is that? That's because your close personal friend, Petey Lenny, he sent another damn mass email the other day. I don't know what it was all about, but I sure spammed that baby out of there real fast. Stop getting on my email thing, Petey Lenny, you idiot. Oh, I remember what it was. It was a picture of him like with some kind of a sack around. Did you see that?
No.
Dressed up in a sack like some kind of a lunatic, like somebody who belongs in an insane asylum. That's Petey Lenny, one of the Power 96 salespeople, formerly QAM, twice. Not once. Once wasn't the Lucky Charm, but twice. That was a good line last night. Who used that in the speech? Clinton?
Bubba?
About three times is not the charm or something like that. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, but no thanks. And 3 times is definitely not the charm. WQAM, hello.
Hi, I love you, Jumbo.
QAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I was curious to ask you why...
Oh, not this phony accent again.
No, this is not the phony accent.
Oh, get out of here. This is your real
you...
voice. My God, you could go without a BM for 20 years and not sound as constipated as that.
Can you tell me something?
Yeah, I can tell you something.
Right. Why do you call the program director Clarence? Is it so that when he approves something, you can say we have clearance from Clarence? Or
No, it is not. It's because that's the name that Hank the Humper gave him. Darrow. His name is Josh Darrow. And because there was Clarence Darrow, the famous attorney, American, by the way, not a silly-ass Brit, that's why he's called Clarence.
You shouldn't be so down on the Brits. We've got culture.
The Brits, you guys suck.
We've got culture. We're civilized people. We're not like the Americans.
Civilized? Oh, my God. We had to fight a war just to emancipate ourselves from your ass? And what about Las Malvinas?
About time we took you back.
Yeah, Las Malvinas. Civilized people, my ass. With rotting teeth. And the silly queen with her little purse. Civilized. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Constipated, man. Look what you did all around the world in South Africa and India. They took the ninja and stuck him into India. The pasty-faced Brits. You think he's for real?
I don't know. I mean, he might be a for real Brit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Not a for real person.
Oh. Well, isn't that redundant? 7:24 on Fat Chris's poll. This is a banner day today. Don't ask me why, but I can smell it.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
And say cheese.
Coming at you for the last night.
For the final edition of the Jack Show. Let me hear that applause. No, that ain't no applause. I need some adulation. Yeah. Give it to me, homie. I need more. I deserve more. Give it up for me now. Right now. Oh, yeah. Thank you, everybody. What a crowd. Yeah. How about that? Oh, and like a well bit again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up now for Joe Bell. Jax, I just want to tell you what a great show you got here. I'd like to personally extend a laurel and hearty congratulations for a job well done. Well, thank you, Joe. Yes, Jax, we think very highly of you here. Yeah, but I'm afraid we're going to have to let you go. Huh? Why? Well, corporate fields are not sportsy enough to maintain a coveted 0 rating. Well, what do you mean? That's all I talk about is sports. Football, baseball, heat and hoops and heat, not to mention a real attention grabber, golf. Oh, yes, very true. But you left out knuckle bending. Yeah, but Joe, this screws up all my arrangements. Can you get me off the hook for old time's sake? Can't do it, Jaxie. Ho-ho!
Gee, he sounded a little bit like Jack Benny there for a second, didn't he? And Greg Reed.
Well, Greg Reed is Jack Benny.
Oh, without the violin.
Or with.
Top 32 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday to you. We got the big QAM football extravaganza, too, for hours and just forever. In fact, when's the next real scheduled next program? Hurricanes Extra Point on KISS, QAM Rewind at Quarterdeck and Sunrise, 2 in the morning. So from 2 in the afternoon till 2 in the morning, we've got a wall of football. We need Reagan to come back and tell Joe Bell, tear down that wall.
Cute.
Right? Mm-hmm. Ronnie Reagan. Phone's getting pretty weak here. Now, what did you say about your last hour yesterday? Because I'm assuming that with the Monday being Labor Day and it's a big holiday weekend, a lot of people are bailing out today.
Right.
For a long weekend. And if they're smart, they won't come back.
Yeah.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. WQAM, hello. Oh, jeez. Here's our last call. QAM, hello.
Neil, God. It's
yes,
great to hear your voice, man.
Speaking, yes.
I just picked you up. I'm just south of Cocoa on 95, Neil. And I feel like the prodigal son today.
Why is that?
Well, I couldn't wait to get out of South Florida. And now I can't wait to get back, Neil.
Really?
Yes.
I can wait.
I can't get laid up here.
Oh. And?
Well, it's terrible. I've got to get back to South Florida where the girls can tolerate me.
Oh, okay. Well, that must be good for something, South Florida. Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah.
I'm your friend.
732 votes on the poll. And we got 1 million open lines. Boy, this is bad. I may have to revert to a whole bunch of bedtime stories here. It's a good thing I made some up.
Good.
I profoundly disagree with the direction John wants to take this country from Afghanistan.
And why do they have to keep doing these disclaimers about how, he's their friend? He's my friend. He's my friend. Mm-hmm. And he's a wonderful guy, and his wonderful service to his country, and he was a POW, and he was so courageous and brave, and yada, 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 and a knucklehead, and the big puffy cheek and all of that. Why can't they just come out? That's the Democrats for you. Meanwhile, they're still swift-boating on the other side and coming up with all the crap. It won't be too long before the N-word probably surfaces in some of McCain's spots. But the Democrats, it's always that mealy-mouth approach. You know what I mean? Mealy-mouth. I don't like mealy food. I don't like Canadian bacon, for example. I don't like it because it's mealy. If it was Neely, that would be okay. But mealy, I don't like. You know what I mean by mealy?
Oh, yeah.
Ew. And there's nothing worse than a mealy mouth. In other words, open up a mouth and say something, for crying out loud, instead of tiptoeing around the edges all the time. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how's it going?
Great.
Hey, is it true that if one of the talking heads calls a preseason football game an exhibition game, he can get his walking papers? Hello?
You're asking me like I would know that?
Oh, okay. I thought there was, I don't know about the guys at your place, but like on CBS and NBC and stuff like that.
Let me say it again. It's an exhibition game tonight. The Dolphins and the Saints. Exhibition season.
Exactly. Hey, and one thing about the convention last night. One of the great lines by Clinton was that we used to lead by power of example instead of example of power.
Yeah, that brought down the house. That was
a very good line. And tell me, did Joe Biden have a few nips before he stepped on stage? He was really stumbling on a lot of words.
Oh, and speaking of that, guess who they showed on there last night when they were talking with John Kerry was his wife. She is perpetually stoned. I thought that was only, during the campaign in 2004.
Yeah, they got to lock the liquor cabinet when she's around, that's for sure.
Good God, she is always just 3 sheets to the wind.
I know. Thinking back to 2004 when she spoke, boy, that was pretty painful to watch, that's for sure.
Wow.
All right, Neil. You have a good day, buddy.
You too. Well, at least he got all that Heinz money out of that bitch anyway. Maybe that's why he looks so dopey and dumpy all the time, Kerry. Mm-hmm. Married to that bizarre bitch. She is. Did you see her at all last night?
No, I did not.
She was just. I mean, I'm not saying that she was plastered for a fact, but she sure acts the part. Stoned.
Yeah.
Incoherent.
Maybe that's how she can handle him.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hear she does it 57 ways, though.
Really?
WQAM, hello.
Wonder will be charged with manslaughter for killing that federal agent. Can you imagine that? Only manslaughter? It's crazy, I tell you. He killed a federal agent. And this is all he's going to get? Manslaughter? What kind of laws do we have in this county when a man can kill a federal agent and only get charged with manslaughter? This is outrage. We cannot have this happening in this county.
I bet you Roby Young is alive.
Wow.
Isn't that Roby?
If only.
Roby resurfaced. I can tell you a lot of interesting stories about Roby Young. One in particular, but nevertheless. 7:35 on the poll. What's our goal for the poll?
I think 7:40.
Let's go to 8. Yeah, 7:36 would be nice. Oh, there's Candy Cowley.
That's why they're coming. That's why they've got this big set.
I like her. I don't know why. Most of the talking heads I can't stand, but I like her. She's okay. You know what I mean? I mean, she actually says something once in a while. Which most of them, it's just bada-beep, bada-boop. And, of course, that Soledad, oh, my God. Bubblehead.
Mm-hmm.
She is the poster child for the term bubblehead. And guess who vanished? Maybe she wound up on Fox, because I don't watch Fox. Who was the blonde that was on the morning show, and then she had her own show?
Dana Bash.
No, not Dana Bash. She's never going to disappear as long as she's got that little Senior Wences mouth. No, the Paula Zahn.
Zahn?
No, she ain't on. Oh, but check this TV. Paula's on. And who was the one that was always, well, Paula, the former UN ambassador, the former weapons inspector. Remember him? They sure sandbagged his ass quick. He vanished altogether. Who? Hans Blix. That's right, Hans Blix. Hans Blix, very good. And the only reason you know that is because it's from the movie.
Right.
That is a great movie, by the way. Watch it several times this weekend.
You don't know how busy I am.
Hans Blix. And Matt Damon. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Good.
We haven't talked to you in like a few years, man. I had a question. I heard the Jack show's going off the air.
No, it's not going off the air. It is off the air. It's finished. It's history.
Okay, well, listen, I don't understand. I don't listen to those kinds of shows often, but he talks about other men's balls just like they all do. Like, they all talk about the same crap, and I don't understand what makes his show worse than the other guy that talks about men's balls. You understand what I mean? Like,
he wasn't connected inside the building.
That's right. He wasn't one of Clarence's boyfriends.
Oh, okay. And I was watching the Democrat convention, and I just had this uneasy feeling that I was watching a bunch of limp-wristed socialist fags, and I had to turn it off.
Uh-huh.
You're the only one I like that, Neil. I love you, man.
As soon as you said Democrat, I knew that where you were coming from. Uh-huh. See, anybody else would say the Democratic convention, but as soon as he said Democrat convention, you knew he was a Nazi. And maybe that's why he liked Jerk so much, but I doubt it.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
See, now, some of them they do and some they don't.
Grandma Junior, honey.
Obscure moments in Olympic history. Greece, 300 BC. Sparta and Athens face off on the track and field. Both sides jeer at each other with cruel taunts like Sparta, 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 make you farta, farta, farta. And Athens, Athens, Athens makes you dumb, dumb, dumb. Frustrated and confused, Sparta, not known for its strength with rhyming, heads home, determined to return 4 years later with a really nasty quip and a page in the Olympic record book.
All right. 12:45. I didn't watch 1 second of the Olympics, and I'm very proud of it.
Okay.
And I keep reading up here about, they had the record viewing on CBC and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? They watch curling here, too.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
Hey, that can be exciting.
I have no life.
Huh?
They got that one slick shoe and that one, not so slick shoe.
What are you talking about?
Curling, man. They got the sweepers
Where's that bit
and the shouters.
played? Oh, I see. I got the wrong. I hate when I do that. I got the wrong disc in the wrong sleeve. I was trying to play Jack's Fellows.
Oh, well.
But it's coming. It's coming up for those people who want to hear more Jack's bashing. You're the one that got him off the air. I know that when you started with that jerk stuff.
Yeah, 5 minutes after he was in the building.
704, just like he did with Mo. Making fun of his
That's
checkered
right.
pants and his bad hairpiece
That's
and
right.
all that
I'm
stuff.
all powerful. If I don't like them, they won't last long.
Oh. And, of course, the doctor that worked on Mo's toupee.
The doctor that performed the surgery on Jay Fiedler's thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he the same doctor that performed the procedure on your toupee?
The doctor who performed the surgery. What's his name? Fly?
Fiedler's doctor? Oh, as Geldy blurts. That was beautiful. That was the one redeeming moment all the years he's been on this station. All 15 times for Geldy. The blurt. WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
I was on my way to American Express.
Yeah, good. WQAM, hello.
Now,
yeah.
Didn't know if you knew you may because you're such a radio insider, but across the street over at Magic, Bob Hamilton is no longer program director.
Yeah, he got canned, yeah, and?
I just didn't know if you knew, that's all.
I know.
Excellent. Have a
And
nice
guess what? And guess what?
What's that?
I don't care. See ya. And neither does anybody else, although I'm sure Ricky Tickey's probably pretty happy about it. Wouldn't you think?
I imagine.
Although Ricky Tickey being the gentile guy that he is.
Right.
Remember I gave him a chance to rip Bob Hamilton in the ass, and he just sucked up, But that's back when he was working, I guess. 742 votes on the poll. Our goal is 743. Once we get to 743, I'm bailing out. Because I want to make way for that football. We got a big, gigantic wall of football. I don't want to get caught in the bricks, you know.
No.
Are they plastering? Are they plastering the bricks together right now? Are they cementing it all?
We're surrounded as we speak.
Big wall of football, baby. We got the Canes on KISS, and we got the Finns on 560, and we got this, and we got that. What about the Marlins? Oh, that's right. They're across the street. Across the street. And what was this guy talking about, Bob Hamilton, across the street? Is magic across the street?
I don't know.
What is he talking about?
It might be.
Magic?
I don't know where they are.
Well, you better do your homework, mister.
I'll start driving around.
You're supposed to be our last contact with, like, real radio stations.
You know, Magic might be across the street.
They might?
There's, in the same building that 790's in, there's one of those old music stations over there.
Might be them.
Wow. Well, if that's the case, then Rick Shaw was working there right across the street all those years. How come he never came by and said hi to you?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like us.
He came by at Gulfstream. Maybe he didn't want to come in the building. Maybe he was afraid that he would run into Jolly Joe Bell.
That could be.
That would keep me out. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil Rogers. Neil, have you
Yes.
been in any good sword fights lately you can tell us about?
Any what?
Any good sword fights?
WQAM, hello. QAM.
Yeah, hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
I apologize if I'm late with this, but I haven't turned the radio on in a while. Is it possible that I heard Geldy's voice on the station this morning?
Yeah, he was on 7 to 10. He's all over the place. Click.
Mm-hmm.
That was it?
That was it.
He's all over the place, the Squeakmeister. He's back. Another good conversationalist. WQAM, hello.
I'm late with this, but I haven't turned the radio on in a while.
QAM.
Is it possible that I heard Geldy's voice on
Should
the
we
station
wait for the delay to catch him?
Yeah, he was on 7
Oh, it's going to have to be worth it.
Only if it's a really good call. You'll see. Hello?
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
You buried.
I told you it was going to be good. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Hammer, how the Dolphins and Nick Saban going to do this year?
5670560, and he was going to continue. That's that's the funny part about that call. Most of them, you expect like a little encore performance, and it's like click. You know, this guy, he was going to go on. He was going to continue with the grade Z material. Boy, I don't think you're going to make to 800 votes today. They're all gone now.
Uh-oh.
They're all gone. 748. Once we got the certificate sold, which within 9 minutes they sold out. And you know something which makes it even more remarkable about that?
What?
Is the fact they had to do the extra work to click the second time to get past the ball game banner on QM.com.
You're right.
So it makes it a miracle. It makes it truly
incredible.
Right. 749 on the poll. What happened? I thought Chris said we were going for like 20,000 a day. Wouldn't that be something if one day we all, just out of the blue, you know how like sometimes on the stats page we get a wild day, like on the weekends I'll notice, especially on a Saturday, we'll get like 80 zillion requests for pages and a whole bunch of hits, just out of nowhere on a weekend, not for any particular reason, not because they're reading a million bedtime stories, but for whatever reason.
Maybe they're just line checkers.
On the website?
Yeah,
maybe they're
internet line
website checkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had any line checkers on the phone in a long time. And you want to know why? That's because they've been working, which today is not so bad. Now, what do you think the reason is for that?
I have no idea.
Don't you find it a breath of somewhat stale air?
I think people might be at the doctor, like the one said.
What?
Yeah.
That wasn't him.
No.
That was the bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I love you, Duran. I love you, Duran. Drooling, hairy, nasty, a hog. Sweat hog.
Caked. Slime dripping.
Tasty, nasty.
Drooling.
Slut.
Oh, yeah.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Just a line checker. Thank you.
Okay. See, there's a guy with good material. Just mention it in passing about the line checker thing, and right away, right off the bat. Oh, that's something I can call up and say, just a line checker. Thank you. Oh. He's almost as funny as Jolly Joe. Almost. WQAM, hello.
And he scores! Guilty on Panther Network! Yay, scores!
Come on now, I bet you. What kind of a way is that to welcome Steve Goldstein back to WQAM, okay? Steve Geldstein. The gelded one. I bet you there's somebody out there who likes his work. You think?
You mean besides our management?
Well, I'm talking about on the outside, not on the inside.
Oh, I don't know.
They like him because he's one of Clarence's boyfriends.
I'll take a survey.
Well, we're taking a survey right now. Let's hear from some guilty fans. Come on. He put the squeak into QAM. He put the squeak into him, too, with his icy sleeve. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Good.
Hey, I have a question for you. Any chance of playing that card of that dude ripping the bird from like 20 years ago?
Oh, that thing is so old and stale. Are you kidding me?
That you peaked. Your show peaked at that moment.
Yeah, peak this. Yeah, go climb Pike's Peak. My show peaked at that moment. That must be the guy that made the call.
Must be.
He's the one that put me on the map. Just like P.D. Lenny. He was responsible for my great success. With those little burgers, you know. Don't you think?
Imagine.
Now, do you see him now that he's on the other side of the building? Or is he not?
Saw him just this morning as he was bringing in those little burgers.
He was bringing in those little burgers?
That's what he was doing.
For who? For the people at Power?
I guess for the people here.
Well, certainly not for the people on QAM.
Not for me.
Nicht von mir.
No. Brought me some
because
wings. Because
you can't give him a plug on
That's
here.
not true. Brought me my own platter full of wings from there.
Did he really?
He did, and I shared.
So in other words, you had a double dip today?
Yeah, well, I only had a couple of the wings.
If you keep screwing around, you're going to have a double drip and not a double dip. But anyway, so in other words, you had the wings, and then you had the free food from
only
the field.
Only had a couple of the wings, yes.
Yeah, the free goodies from the field.
Correct. I wanted to save room for that.
And it would seem to me, since it's coming up on 1 o'clock, that this 1 to 2 hour, this is the hour when Chris is going to start farting up a storm.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Only 7:52. The votes on the poll have slowed to a crawl. 7:53. They're pouring in by the ones. What's your take on the callers on Neil's show? The all-time worst, 195. They're okay, 184. They're funny as hell, 150. Joe Bell is the Antichrist, 138, which goes without saying. No more calls, please. 86. No mas.
The best talent. Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
It's not just the 1 to 2 hour. It's a phenomenon.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, the bird, bird, bird. Bird is a winner. Well, the bird, bird, bird. Well, the bird is a winner. Well, the bird flew.
Isn't that what that schmuck wanted to hear, the bird?
Yep.
Well, the other bird is dead, so we dragged out this bird. 101 at 560 WQM. We got 59 minutes to go before the wall of football gets going. A QM football extravaganza. This is just, it's beyond description is what it is.
Oh, come on now.
Now, let me ask you one question.
Just one?
Oh, that's right. Mad Dog is, he's on the broadcast of the Dolphin game. I was wondering why he wasn't on the list for the extravaganza. That's because he's in New Orleans. Am I right, Chris?
Correct.
He's in New Orleans and Joe Rose is in New Orleans. That's why Geldy was on this morning. A lot of conversation about Geldy. He wasn't really on. It was just Chicken Neck doing his voice. Right?
Yep.
I mean, the idea that they would bring Geldy back. And then what was that intemperate remark by him at the end of the show?
Neil Rogers is coming up next to play Howard David music. All day.
Howard David music.
Doi, 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 doi.
The music to Geldy's ears, I'm telling you that. He sure enjoyed working with that old fart.
Yeah.
WQAM with that cranky old fart. QAM.
Neil, good afternoon, boss.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, have either one of these candidates addressed fixing the levees in Louisiana?
The levees?
The levees, man. I mean...
The levees. Let me tell you. Jew Lieberman will take care of the levees. Let's wait until this Gustavo goes through there and blows New Orleans to pieces before we start worrying about that. The levees. They got Ray Noggenhead to take care of them. And you know something? I think that the people who voted for him, they deserve to get whatever service they get. I mean, it was horrible, Katrina, and a lot of people were displaced and they lost their homes and yada, 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 and it was a lot of tourists. But when you go and re-elect Ray Noggenhead, who's dumber than sawdust as your mayor, you deserve whatever wrath the Lord waxes upon your ass. Isn't that what he said? My wrath shall wax hot?
Ooh, hot wax.
Because the Lord thy God is a selfish God. He doesn't want any other gods before him. Even.
Oh, God!
That's right. 762, we're marching toward 800. If we get to 800, it'll be a miracle. I'll be happy. Won't you be happy, Mr. Poolmeister?
I'll be extremely happy.
800. Well, they're all gone now, man. They're all on the way out of town. They're going to do their Labor Day crap. They're going to go out and barbecue and get drunk and drive drunk and stuff like that. Go out and steal some gas. Now, you remember the old days? I don't know if you're old enough. I'm sure George does. When they used to be able to siphon gas out of other people's cars?
Yes.
I remember that.
Do you?
Yep.
Well, when did they do those siphon-proof things, gas tanks?
I don't know. Relatively recently. They used to have the locking gas caps, remember? So as
Right.
soon as those disappeared, that's why they disappeared, is because you didn't need them anymore. So whenever that was.
See, the one good thing about when you have a car like a Vet and any other like primo car, you can't open the gas thing without from the outside. You have to open it with a button inside.
Okay.
Right?
You asking me? I don't have
Well,
a
I'm
Vet.
just telling you, I got a button on the inside of my glove box.
Yeah, I heard you had a button mushroom.
I do. Line 9 is ringing. QAM.
Hi, I'm here.
WQAM, hello.
My wife left home with a banana. I'm a jealous man. Found that six essential Latin lover.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, I'm here.
Yeah, okay, once was enough. More than enough. They'll come and drag your ass away soon. Trust me. WQAM, hello.
Hey, got a question for you, Neil. Can I come down from the tree?
WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing today?
Great.
It's good to hear you on the radio, buddy.
This isn't the quarter schlock guy, is it?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, uh-huh. Good, till you called. Isn't it amazing? Although I guess when you have no life at all and somebody actually pays attention to you.
Uh-huh. Well, who's that?
Well, I mean, he called that first time about the quarter schlots.
Mm-hmm.
And from that point on, he became like a celebrity in his own mind. Like Sick Demented Mario, Oh, I'm part of the show. I'm part of the show. Won't somebody please buy my crappy insurance, please? I guess not. Will we ever understand what it is, what these people are about?
Oh, no. If you did, you'd be crazy, too.
Really?
That's how it works.
One thing about this show, we don't like crazy people. We don't like crazy people. Right. We don't like stalkers. Remember Jack and the Beanstalk? Remember Terry Beanstalk at the IOD? Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
The corporate attorney? What was the corporate attorney at QAM in the beginning, before Joyce? That Jewish guy.
Alan Fertel.
Alan Fertel. What a memory. Oh, my God. George all of a sudden made a comeback. We're paying Neil a lot of money if he has to do the show in a phone booth, so be it. Remember that?
Yeah, in a broom closet.
In a broom closet, in a telephone booth. In that old crappy building that they used to be in, that even the cockroaches ran out. Even the rats were moved out of there. The trailer. What was that place?
What, the swamp? The trailer out in the swamp?
That's the place. As Hank used to
call it. Gas.
The rat-infested, bug-infested crap hole, whatever it was.
Yeah, except he didn't say crap.
Schmidt hole?
Yeah.
Hank knew it. Listen, he knew his Schmidt.
That was funny.
WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
Great. Excelente. Still alive.
I heard you talk about a slot machine over at Hard Rock called Quick Hit,
Yeah.
and I can't win a thing on that machine at all.
Well, I mean, listen, any game, the machines at different casinos are programmed differently. Now, maybe the ones there are tighter than a snare drum, but the ones at Woodbine, I've had a lot of luck on Quick Hit.
I can't. I put a couple $100 in the machine. I can't hit. So, other than that, life's good. How you doing, Uncle Neil? Everything all right?
WQAM, hello.
Neil and George.
Yes.
And can't win a king on that.
Turn it up loud, okay? Turn it up really loud so you can hear the own sound of your ass on the air, okay? You can smell it right through your radio.
Rectum.
That's it. WQAM, hello.
You're my friend.
QAM, hello.
Friend.
WQAM, hello.
Eres tremendo maricón.
QAM, hello. Hola.
Hello?
Yes?
Hello?
Hello?
Who am I speaking with?
Who are you calling?
Neil Rogers.
Speaking.
Neil. Oh, first-time caller, long-time listener.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm listening to your show right now.
Yeah.
And you're getting a backdrop. The show's repeating itself, like a 5-second delay, and you hear it in the background again.
Oh, it's still doing that. I was doing that on Tuesday. Same crap.
Yeah, it gets really annoying. You hear it over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's part of the sabotage of our engineering department. Okay, thanks for the warning. It's 109. It's probably been doing that all day. But why should we care about that, right?
Right.
Here's the fax. Oh, look at that. It's a ad fax. I thought it was coming from you.
Maybe it did.
To the sales team, Ray, business case study, warm leads. I bet you Shelley the Machine knows where the warm leads are. He stole the leads and he sold them. Glengarry Glen Ross. I bet you that's one of the best movies that almost nobody has seen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you'd think with the cast they had with Pacino and Jack Lemmon and, my God, there were so many, Alec Baldwin. Hans Blix. Who else was in that?
Thinking. Ed Harris.
Ed Harris was in it.
Alan Arkin.
He was barking. 770
Kevin
on the
Spacey.
poll. Who?
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, Space Cadet. She was in it.
You already said Jack Lemmon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Get the chalk! Hey, get the chalk!
Shelley the Machine. Oh, my God.
Coffee's for closers only. Have you made your decision for Christ?
Oh, and by the way, the
Jesus
fairy
Christ.
dialogue, because I did watch it again here a few days ago.
Yeah.
That's spliced together. That's definitely not what he said.
Oh, I know.
Where did you learn your trade,
Local Brian
you
spliced
idiot?
it together.
Whoever told you that
so
you
that we
could
could
work
play
with
it.
men? What you're hired for is to help us. Does that seem clear to you? To help us. To help men who are going out there to try to earn a living. You company man. You fairy.
Go to lunch, George. Go to lunch. Will you go to lunch?
You call yourself a salesman, you son of a bitch? You want to work here? Close.
Close. As in close your mouth. It's a great movie. I could watch that like once a week.
Sure.
Easy.
You bet.
I mean, it's no There Will Be Blood, but then again, what is, you know?
Oh, I drink your milkshake.
Bastard from a basket! WQAM, hello. He was kind of like our management man, like all heart.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
What are you going to do? Nice college boy, huh? They want to get mixed up in the family business? Now you want to gun down a police captain, why? Because he slapped you in the face a little bit? Huh? What do you think, this is the Army where you shoot them a mile away? You got to get them close like this. Then bing, you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit. Come in. Mwah! You're taking this very personal.
Coming all over you. With another zero.
0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0.
Bye.
sports show. Ain't nothing to talk about here in the sports format and draw flies. The reason we got zeros is that we're not doing enough sports. Yeah, baby, we got to do those sports to get 11-0. How about that? You gotta do the do with a little bit of doo-dah, doo-dah. Well, get ready to strap your legs around another long show open with a front row seat to a thing that...
What does that mean?
What do you want, Clarence?
What does that mean, front row seat? What are you talking about?
Come on, Hobie, take my hand and I'll show you.
I felt so special. He took me in the theater of our minds in Branson, showed me the rear entrance. I grew moist as we walked through the kitchen.
Hi, Jack. Yo, Emerald. Bam!
The maitre d' carried a special table right to the front of the stage where Bobby Fenton was crooning.
Okay, well, that's enough, Bobby. You'll be singing like a cock. Time for the log. Bob McAdoo.
I cannot understand the bugle top. What is he trying to say?
He can run, but he cannot hide.
It's 117 at 560. That's a great line about another sports, zero-rated sports show.
Mm-hmm.
772. So many zero-rated sports shows and... so little time. Although we got lots of time. We got 12 hours of the wall of football starting at 2 in just 43 minutes, but who's counting? 772 on Fat Chris's pool. They're bailing out, I think, right around noon. They all got in their automobiles. Or maybe they rented a bus.
In their automobiles.
What?
In their automobiles and bailed.
773 now. They're coming in by the ones. There's Ed McMahon.
Brings freedom and
please buy his
life.
stuff, whatever he's peddling. He needs the money. Although he sold that house. Don't you feel real bad for Ed McMahon?
I cry and cry.
Not. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil. I would like some information on some homeowners insurance that I heard advertised on your radio.
What?
Yes, you have a company.
WQAM, hello.
There's a hurricane going to New Orleans, sir. Sir.
Yeah, go sell some crappy insurance, okay, Mario? Loser. Knucklehead. Now, did you find that fax or not?
No.
You want me to fax it to you?
Sure.
During the break, I will fax it back to you and turn it over to the proper idiot in that building.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there's so many to choose from.
I'll turn it into an improper idiot.
And to think that they blew out Matty Bell. Oh, my God. At least he occasionally was helpful with some ratings information for us. Remember those days?
This is true.
Little Matty Bell? Of course, I think he hated you like poison.
I think he did.
Wasn't he in that meeting where they tried to throw you under the bus?
He was.
Fat boy?
But everybody was.
Really?
Sure.
Now, that was quite a day, and they kept dragging you out of the studio. I was on the air, and they kept dragging you out, and
to testify.
Fat boy tried to throw you under the bus. What was that account?
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island, that's right.
They don't exist anymore, so.
They don't?
No. Whitey sold the place and they turned it into a pure platinum or something like that.
I'll be damned. Those are the days, man. The Gregory days. The shallow days. And you know something? As horrendous as that was. And then, of course, there was the Condoleezza thing. Oh, that's another rumor, by the way, that McCain is going to pick Condoleezza to be his running mate.
Oh.
Please, choose Condoleezza. Because you talk about tying yourself with a noose right to the Bush-Cheney years, man. Wow. Condoleezza my ass.
How do you do that?
WQAM, hello.
I have abandoned my child.
QAM, hello.
It's all about you, homie. How about that?
WQAM, hello.
Prozac. I'm sick. I need Prozac. I need a mental case. Joe Bell's my best friend. And I'm Star Trek's on here. Here we go. Woo! Star Trek!
WQAM, hello. QAM. Do you hear somebody squeaking in the chair?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I want to speak to Neil.
speaking.
Neil, can you tell me why Ramon Mejias is not in the Hall of Fame?
For the same reason that Gene Alley is not in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, he had 999 hits, Gene
Get
Alley.
out of
Check it
here.
out,
Go
check it out.
hit this. Hit yourself in the head. Go get a baseball bat and stick it deep inside your...
Rectum.
Get out of here. Roman Mejias. Gino Simoli ought to be in the Hall of Fame. He was hot. Uh-oh.
Houston, don't focus on New Orleans right now. We're not.
Look at that. Don't focus on New Orleans now, but they got it aiming right at it, baby. Gustav, whatever the hell it is. Some Ruski guy. 775 on the pool. If you don't get 800, don't bother coming in tomorrow, Chris.
Okay.
Chris's entire future is hanging in the balance. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, George is mailing it in, and it's almost unlistenable.
Yeah. And?
You're the best, though, number one.
Yeah. Go kiss somebody else's ass. Get lost. Sounded like a real bugarrón to me. Maybe that's why he was kissing my ass. Maybe he's an ass man.
Maybe.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. That ass is dirty, man. It's dirty. Every ass is dirty. 776 on your poll. You're creeping. You need 24 votes in 38 minutes. Now, ordinarily, I'd say piece of cake, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Cake? That is so stupid.
I know.
That is so stupid. I mean, he was like a type 1 diabetic in that movie. Always going into these diabetic comas and seizures and fits. And every scene, he's like eating cake. Like me with my ice cream. Mm-hmm. Where can you get that turtle ice cream, Neil? I wanted that. And then when we told him it was Hershey Squirts, he actually believed it. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
Hey, listen, I'm looking at your website.
Yeah.
And, what do you think? Maybe 90-95% of men in this country are straight?
Yeah.
And, I don't know, what do you think, more or less?
At least 90. So what does that have to do with my website?
Well, it's just that most of my friends would look at your website and they wouldn't reach the part where there's the story. I can be critical of you, but, I mean, you got some guy, the same picture of some guy grabbing somebody else's balls.
That's Brady Quinn, yes? So it's a joke. Do you have a sense of humor?
Yeah, but, I mean, how many years...
Brady Quinn is a macho football player, a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, mister, and you call him some kind of a limp-wristed fag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about some babes? I mean, let's put something on there, get some little interest going.
Well, guess what, sir? We used to have babes on there, and we can't put it on there anymore. How do you like that?
Well, you're such a wuss.
Let me say it again. No babes.
Why not? Hey, what do you...
Want some babes on there. Go look at some porno, okay, schmuck? He's upset because we got Brady Quinn in there grabbing some guy's crotch.
Mm-hmm.
No heterosexual guy would look at that. Well, I got news for you. We got a hell of a lot more hits on that website every single day than most any other radio show that I know of in a Mickey Mouse market like this. We're doing just fine. So if you don't want to look at it, don't, because it probably scares you. He probably gets turgid when he sees Brady Quinn. I know I sure do. Well, at least I think I do. I can't tell anymore.
No?
783 on the poll. We're just 17 away from that magical 800 mark. Another chronic complainer.
Nah, nah, nah.
WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
are you going to go to the University of Miami football game today?
No, I am not.
Why, you don't like UM?
I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to listen to it. I certainly wouldn't come down there to go to it. I couldn't care less about it.
That's because they
I went to school at Michigan. I went to school at Michigan State. Why should I care about University of Miami?
Michigan State sucks, Neil.
Yeah, that's right. So who cares? I didn't go there whether they had a good football team or not, you moron. Yeah. Typical Hurricane fan, an idiot, a simpleton. Oh, but we're the best. We're the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes. Yeah. And by the way, Chris, you said they were 5-6 last year. It was 5-7.
I knew they didn't have at least 6.
5-7. And Michigan State sucks, huh? Well, I mean, Michigan State's got like 50,000 students now. Well, what's the enrollment at UM?
About 30, man.
They don't even have a campus.
Yeah, they
have
do.
like a what?
Yeah, they have a campus kind of.
Get out of here, Meg. They don't have a real campus. They got a couple of dorms, and that's it. And they got Marklight Stadium over there, and then they got that basketball arena, which they needed like a hole in the head.
The biggest names.
The best
Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Customer, not a paid celebrity. So to help us tell his story, we hired an actual celebrity. Barack Obama's pastor, Jeremiah Wright.
I was in my car headed out on a date when I had my accident.
Accident? It was no accident. Not if you're a black man in this country.
I called Geico, and right from the start, I couldn't believe how helpful they were.
Oh, yes, they want you to believe, but I never believe the white man. Oh, no.
Geico got me a loaner car and actually called ahead to the restaurant and explained why I was late.
Well, I'm still waiting on an explanation of how come racism in this country still exists, an explanation of how a black man has never been president. Can I get an amen?
Geico. Real service, real savings, real insane celebrities.
131 at QM. Now, let me ask you this, because Brandon asked a very interesting question. I have on our cell phone calls, we always say pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless lines?
No, AT&T and Verizon for a while now. You might
Why
still
didn't
say
anybody
that.
tell me that?
Oh, I did.
I've been saying, what?
Yeah.
The hell you did?
It's very public knowledge that Singular doesn't exist anymore and hasn't
For
for
2
a while.
or 3 years now.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me squat.
Of course.
I saw Asslight.
Pops.
AT&T wireless.
Correct.
Well, Jesus, God almighty. Thanks, Brandon. And what are they doing about that 5-second repeat on the delay in the background?
I don't know, savoring it, enjoying it, roasting marshmallows, having a party, ignoring it.
Our engineering department ignoring a technical problem?
No,
790, by the way, on our poll. 790, Chris, we better get off of that real quick.
I'm sure we will.
Before anybody sees that crap. 790, my ass.
Is that how much it
There's
weighs?
Nancy Pelosi. She leaves me limp, man. A cold fish. Spineless. Like a jellyfish. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and AT&T wireless line. See, I got it right there the first time. And if Brandon wouldn't have sent me that message and chewed me out for doing the Singular thing since they've been out of business for 2 or 3 years, I still would be saying it. That's part of George's sabotage.
Sure, you'll probably be saying it again on Tuesday or whenever.
Sure.
Mommy says I should be in a room.
QAM, Mommy's right. QAM, hello.
Yeah.
That thing's got a mommy?
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Why is it that if you go online to the main page, it still shows Jason Jackson?
The main page of what?
560.
It still shows jerks?
It still shows jerks, baby.
Well, let me check that out, too. Geez, we're just getting the Singular AT&T thing straightened out. Now we got to work on jerks. Okay. WQAM.com. Let's take a peek at it. Is that possible?
Of course it is.
It's possible, but I don't see anything about him right now.
Our hosts. Click on where it says our hosts. No, there's nothing on there about jerks. He's vanished. Our host has got Orlando, Joe Rose, Neil Mandich, Damon Amendolara, and Kimba Beaucamper. There's no jerks on there. The only jerk that guy was looking at was the one in the mirror. Jerks my ass.
Who
There's
does?
Warren Sapp, though. Oh, my God. 792 on the poll. Boy, I don't think we're going to make 800. I think everybody has vamoosed for the long holiday weekend.
We're going to do it.
WQAM, hello.
You're my only friend.
QAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, ask George if he begged for the pie he ate last night.
If he what?
If he was begging for the pie.
No. Was delivered. Unsolicited.
That guy sure tickled himself, didn't he? He had that feather deep in his
Rectum.
ass.
Must have long arms.
God. Now that's the best part about these idiots is that they really think that they're funny. That's the thing. Oh, did you hear what I said to Neil today? Ho, 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 ho. They're about as funny as Joe Bell. A lot of Santa Claus people out there. Ho, ho, ho. Almost as funny as the Hurricanes playing a deaf, dumb, and blind girls' school. How many more of those they got on the schedule this year?
Maybe one other one. Not really sure.
Like FAMU or one of those schools?
Actually, I don't even know if they have one of those after this one this year. Let me look.
Oh, yeah, you're so full of crap. You give me 5 and 6. 5 and 7. 5 and 7. Now, how many people are they expecting for this game tonight?
Like 50,000?
Yeah.
That's what they're expecting.
And the stadium holds like 80,000. Well, 70-some thousand.
Mm-hmm.
A few or less than the bowl. Although they at least have toilets in the Dolphin Stadium.
Correct.
The Orange Bowl was a toilet, and in this stadium they actually have toilets. I was reading about what?
No, say they have Charleston Southern, and then Florida, and then Texas A&M, North Carolina.
Wait a minute, they're playing the Gators?
Yep, second game.
The Gators, the dreaded, hated Gators?
Uh-huh.
Who cares? And who else?
Then they're at Florida, at Texas A&M, home versus North Carolina, home versus Florida State, home versus UCF, at Duke.
UCF?
Yeah.
University of Central Florida?
Correct.
How many kids go there?
About 30, man.
They're at Duke.
Duke? Yeah. Duke, that's another little girl school.
That's part of their schedule.
Duke.
That was funny.
They're in the ACC, so they have to play them. At home versus Wake Forest, at Virginia, home versus Virginia Tech, at Georgia Tech, at North Carolina State.
Sounds to me like at least 6 or 7 definite losses again this year.
What are you talking about?
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, if you ain't Mr. Bell so bad, how come you're still working there?
Because I get paid, that's why.
Well, that's not good. I mean, you should treat him with respect.
Yeah, respect my ass. Show him some respect. I show him the respect that he deserves, which is none. Mr. Bell. This guy must be from the phone company, huh? 795 on the pool. We got 23 minutes for 5 votes. I told you they're just down trickling in now. And that's because we got all those fag pictures of Brady Quinn on our website. What real man would look beyond that? Even George can't handle that.
It doesn't look like they need me to handle it.
No, they're busy handling each other in that one picture. Yeah.
Very well handled.
QAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Is it me or does Bim Cocamper look like Beaker from the Muppet Babies? 23 minutes for 5.
WQAM.
You're my best friend.
QAM, hello.
Hey, Pally, how you doing, bud?
Okay.
Hey, how you been doing on the sugar consumption? You been laying off a little bit?
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of ice cream yesterday, tons of it.
Oh, come on. How long have you had a blueberry Slurpee?
No.
Love you.
Blueberry one.
Blueberry, love you.
Mm-hmm. Pretty funny.
Stop eating all that candy from the Mexican piñatas at Paco's party. You'll be up.
All right. Oh, he's an expert on Taco's party now. And they had all nasty Mexican food.
Greasy, you mentioned.
Greasy, nasty, awful. And all carbs. Carbs. Everything has got like tortillas and enchilada and you know, like wrapped in carbs. And it tasted like caca. Although the sangria was good. The last time I drank sangria was 1973. We had a trade-out at WSPB. We had a trade-out at the Columbia restaurant in Sarasota. A Spanish restaurant.
See?
And every time I would go there, I would get a pitcher of sangria with my meal. Oh, man, I love good sangria. Don't you like sangria?
Yes, I do.
It's fruity, you know. It's like kind of... Yeah.
I like red wines as opposed to the white ones.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, white wine is like for fish.
Gives me a headache.
Oh, and speaking of Joe Pesci, you know who's really irritating as hell? The little guy who looks like Joe Pesci and tries to imitate him. What the hell is his name?
I don't know.
In,
name a movie.
Oh, what the hell movie was he in? I'll think of it. He kind of looks like him. And he talks with that same kind of like goofy, oh, jeez. It'll come to me. I'll think of the movie he was in. 796, Chris. Boy, you better not fall short.
We'll do it.
We need 4 votes to keep Chris's job.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
I'm dying over here.
Miami has the Dolphins, and here we go again. Another losing season that's never gonna end. Yes. They never win, they never will, and I will never know why
why Sports Illustrated picked them to win the Super Bowl. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. The same old story, nothing new. The Dolphins are such losers, they really are quite lame. I knew it from the very start, I watched the Pittsburgh game. And did you see the wimpy way Nick Saban threw that flag? Standing on the sidelines, he looked just like a fag. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Oh! Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league?
32.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Their problems stick to them like glue. The Dolphins lost to Buffalo and then beat Tennessee. It's only by sheer luck that they pulled out a victory. And then they played the Texans. It almost made me sick. That stupid two-point pass play, that fumbling onside kick, and they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Olindo Mare needs new shoes. The Dolphins can control the ball. Their running game is flat. As for their execution, well, I'd agree with that. They're always gonna blow a lead, of that you can be sure. And when they leave the field, still has the stench of cow manure. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Give them another shot of booze. The Dolphins have no strategy. They play like idiots. Another couple games lost to the Patriots and Jets. I think they're all retarded. It's almost like they're cursed. Ask Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas which team is the worst, and they'll say Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. Oh, what the hell? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Now they're through. I'm dying over here.
A stench of cow manure hovers over this performance by the Dolphins.
And take a look at that poll, Chris. Oh! We did it. 800 votes. You did it.
All right.
Big deal. 147 at QAM on the Thursday before Labor Day. You're going to have some show tomorrow, let me tell you. You better have a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Spin some wax. Here's the facts. Rhymes with wax and jacks. If Barack doesn't win the election, there is no hope, K-N-O-W, no hope for the America as we once knew it. Not as we once knew it, but as we once knew it. Who the hell sent this?
I don't know.
Criminals like the crooked housing lenders, oil companies raping the public, and the warmongers in the White House will be our continued downfall. Granted, he might not be the total answer, but at least let's stop the bleeding that the Bush administration, spelled with a C-H, has created. B-U-S-C-H, like Busch Gardens. Talk about illiterate. On a lighter note, George mentioned about doing a poll on places in the mall that don't exist anymore. How about Orange Julius as one?
I don't remember that.
O-R-N-G-E-J-U-L-I-O-S.
Yeah.
Orange Julius, yes. As one. Orange Julius is still around. At least they're here.
They are?
Yeah.
Huh.
We got a big one here in the Eaton Center.
Oh, go get me a slushie.
It says, go Pats. Oh, Dave from Cooper City. Well, Dave, go back to school, sweetheart. Your spelling and your grammar is atrocious. And the Pats are going to be, I think, really bad. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong, but I think they're going to be really bad. I know Brady didn't play in the preseason games, but don't have no pictures of Tom Brady on there either, because us straight guys, we don't want to see those jocks. That was one of the most amusing in a pathetic kind of a way.
That was cute. You should probably put those pictures on the bottom. You know, so that guys like that can find the stories.
No.
Without having to have their sexuality tested.
No. WQAM, hello.
Jolly Joe here, Neil. With a little respect. Ho, ho, ho.
QAM, hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the ratings guy. I called you a couple months ago.
The ratings guy?
I heard George talking about the trend was coming out.
Yeah.
Doing with the trend this time around.
What?
How are you?
Let me ask you a question. Have you got like 40 pounds of mush in your mouth or the quarter slot guy?
No.
Yeah, you sound just like the quarter slot guy to me.
No. I called you 3 months ago, Mr. Rogers.
Well, let me tell you this. Call us in about 3 years, okay, if I'm still alive. And there's an Orange Julius in the Pembroke Lakes Mall, says Brandon. It says usually they're combined with a Dairy Queen. That's right. This one in the Eaton Center is combined with a Dairy Queen and an Orange Julius right connected to it. So you can get your OJ, you can get your Orange Julius. I can't, though, because it's like drinking pure sugar, you know?
Yep.
It's like eating Nestle's turtle turkey ice cream. QAM, hello.
Neil, how's it going?
Okay.
You hear about our election debacle on Tuesday?
Yeah.
I mean, they're still counting the votes. I mean,
yeah, well, good. Let us know when they're finished. WQAM, hello.
You're my friend.
QAM, hello.
Morning show, baby!
WQAM, hola.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
I love that Dolphin song, man. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years ago, I got satellite radio, and I just recently got rid of it, thinking I wouldn't find anybody else to listen to, and I just want to tell you, you keep me sane in a strange way.
Really?
Yeah, I tried to listen to George a few times, but I still don't know what he's talking about. So.
Well, maybe get some help. Get an encyclopedia and read up. Read up on whatever George talks about. Then you can relate to it.
They have interpreters.
What?
They have interpreters. We have SAP programming with translators for them.
No speaking the English aquí.
Si.
WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
I have a...
WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Hey, I haven't had a chance to listen the last couple of days. I just wanted to call and see if you guys had talked about Swillery and the decent job she did throwing Barack a bone there.
Yeah, we did. She did a fine job.
Good. I was quite pleased, actually. I think we're going in the right direction here finally.
Bubba did an even better job last night. He was scintillating. He was good.
Yeah, you know what? Bill threw it in too, so I loved it. I just wanted to see that you finally threw her a bone after all the ripping on her. So.
Okay.
All right, and just final rip on South Florida. What's with all these giant curbs around here? I got to drive 3 miles and do a U-turn just to get back to where I'm trying to go.
Well, that'll teach you to go to South Florida, man. It'll teach you to be in a horrendous place. Just one more reason not to be there. Now, they just showed here on the City Pulse News.
Could change, but at the moment it does look like it could be a Category 3 hurricane as it moves towards Louisiana.
Oh, no, that Gustav, man, look out. And then we got, what's the other one? Helena, Hermione Gingle, what's the other one?
You got me. Bill.
The one that they keep trying to point back to Florida?
Faye?
No, not Faye. The one that, get out of here. You are.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
It's
the sports leader. Stay tuned for that wall of football, baby.
At 560
Joe Bell's wall of football.
There's no telling how high gas prices will go. Since nobody wants to tell big oil no. One way to tell them that we've had enough is to spit on the pump. Spit on the pump. Show what you think of those oil-rich pumps. We're getting tired of them gouging us, so spit on the pump. Your gas station owner will plead with you. He has the same kind of trouble too. Leave his pumps all covered in goo and spit on his pump.
spit, spit, spit on the pump. Show them your gratitude when you fill up. Give the Saudis a kick in their junk and spit, spit, spit on the pump. Taking advantage as they gouge and rape. Just how much of this can you tolerate? Grow a big pair and expectorate and spit, spit, spit on the pump. Spit, spit, spit on the pump. Our leaders don't have the balls to step up. Go a step further and take a big dump and then spit, spit, spit on the pump. Spit, spit, spit on the pump. Show them you're angry and really fed up. No one will help us, it's time to get tough. So spit, spit, spit on the pump.
Bye, bye, bye!
The biggest names, the best talent. And your home for Miami Dolphins football. Sports Radio 560 WQAM. Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Who's the juggernaut, bitch? And I got a bitch with me.